shit ain't right. All right, we're just gonna pivot and figure this out over here. Like, I'm not just gonna get stuck. I'm gonna step back. And I had to learn that too, about how you see things clearer by stepping further away. Like, all these things are just helpful.
Wow, because you got a different philosophy for writer's block than me. For me, writer's block was like, it's not so much I can't write anything, I don't like what I'm writing. And for me, my solution to that was just write whack shit until you write some hot shit.
Man, if you the way that your brain
That's how this shit works.
Is very unique.
That's funny.
You gotta get through it. You gotta get through it. Just, all right, this shit is whack. I'm writing it. But you know what? Hold up. Oh, it's starting to get fired.
No.
It's getting fired again. That's how you do it.
I kick the fucking door off, take the hinges with the door panel and the wall off. Body's getting hauled off, limbs getting torn off, leg him with the sword off. He looking like a walking dead zombie trying to crawl off.
All right, we back. It's 2020. 2020 is finally here, son.
This is episode.
Happy New Year to all the subscribers, everybody watching, everybody who's just tuning in. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell. Of course, I got the king in the building. My man Tiger over there in the cut. Liz, how you doing? You know, that's Carol's sister. We at 2310.
Yeah.
2nd Avenue, Harlem Cuts. You walk in here, you mention me or any of the guests, you get $5 off a cut. If you mention Misfit, you get 10 for some reason.
Why would you want to mention anyone else?
Son. I still don't know why.
Girl power, women
Still
rule.
don't know why.
I wouldn't say nobody
It's
else's
not your
name.
show.
Women rule everything.
It's not your show. All right, cool.
I'm not big,
All right.
you heard?
Knowledge born. What's the sign?
Peace, peace, peace.
And in the chair, man, where do we start?
Anywhere you want.
Okay, we got a legend in hip hop.
Yes.
We got a legend as far as the ladies go.
Legend in 2 games. Hip hop and podcast.
We got a pioneer
Yeah.
in the podcast situation. I think that part of what they believe podcasts are is based on what he's doing. You dig what I'm saying? What it's capable of is based on what he's doing. So
Small part.
salute our man Joe Budden.
Yes.
Happy New Year, brother. Happy New
To
Year.
everyone here. We can start with, listen, we gotta encourage Misfit getting $10 off when they mention her name.
Crazy.
Because the women are underpaid and undervalued.
Thank you,
And
Joe.
They need black. They need black
This
men.
is some men in the building.
They need black men support. So like when we hear that we bump into the rare instance where they get a little more, it's like, yeah, we got to champion that.
I dig it.
But anyway, how's everybody doing?
Man.
We great.
This is dope.
Good.
We great, man. Joe, where do I start?
Anywhere you
Where
want,
do I
man.
start?
I feel so good to be on the other side of the chair for a change.
Right? Like, what's it like on your side?
All business.
All business.
All business.
But I think that you have the unique ability of making it look like you guys are just having fun. I went to the show, sold out show, by the way. The Beacon Theater. Me and Space pulled up.
That's ridiculous already. Before you say another word.
Sold out.
We
Beacon
sold
Theater.
out the Beacon Theater.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
It's crazy. And this is based off of the Joe Budden podcast. There were so many people in the building that were just like on the edge. I was hyped because, you know, you hooked me up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I got the tickets.
You niggas be annoying. That is really annoying. It's one of the reasons why people hate doing shows in their hometown. Because the day of the show, the influx of texts and calls and DMs that you get from people that you have love for, it's like, all right, thank God that we put 400 seats to the side just in case. most people are not going to put 400 seats to the side because you cutting your check.
Right.
Wow.
Every seat is $1. So, nah, Mom, you can't have plus 15. No, man, if you can't come with 5, no.
That's good.
I have to account for, it's not a standing venue.
Right.
Everybody's seated, so even the pop-ups are seated. But anyway, it was good. I'm glad you came.
400 to the side? I don't think you should have said that.
We put 700 to the side.
700.
I threw 400 out randomly. We put 700 tickets to the side.
Wow.
And I said to Ian, who's my business partner, he said, I got 700 tickets to the side. Now me, I go everywhere by myself. The people that I invite are people that I love, or people I really fuck with. But other than that, I ain't really gonna have a lot of people. So when he told me we put 700 tickets to the side, I said, fam, what the fuck are you doing? I said, where did you get this number? He said, just trust me. And I said, all right. And sure enough,
I definitely didn't see 700 open seats.
Sure enough, you wasn't gonna see them because them seats was fucking full.
That's a fact.
Thank
Well,
God.
I show love at the
Thank
bar.
God.
Show love at the bar. My drink spilled as soon as I sat down, but it was all good.
You said it's all business, but when I watched the show, it looked like you literally in the room with your homies and having a good time. Is that part business too, or
That's business? That's the blessing. The blessing is these are my homegrown friends that I truly love and care about and enjoy speaking to, and nothing on air that you hear is fraudulent.
Right.
It's all in its natural space. There's not many edits. This is the group chat. We understand each other when it's not a word said. Most of the podcast is that, if you want me to be honest, is an inside joke amongst us that has just widespread through a certain community, and now here we are.
Dope.
And the funny thing about it is it's not just an inside joke between you guys. It is the whole community.
It's no different than me being behind a microphone for 17 years spilling my most intimate thoughts. It's speaking to strangers. It's being vulnerable and personable and welcoming to total strangers from all different walks of life. In rap, that can be kind of used against you as a negative. In podcasting, you would be hard pressed to make it a negative. Like, it's all preparation and practice. So it's that comfort that comes from the ability to speak. It's the same thing. Even in rap retirement, it's still the ability to speak to people.
Okay, so let me start there. Are you really retired from rap?
Yeah. By the definition of retired, yeah.
So there are no secret recordings?
No.
There's no, I heard a beat the other
No,
day.
sir. Well, that's happened 3 times. I think the Victory Lap Nipsey, Cleo Rhapsody. And,
Yeah, I heard you talk about
and
that.
there's another beat that I'm forgetting. Oh shit, whatever that Kendrick beat is. The one. Shit, I don't remember the name, but yeah, that's the other beat. Other than that, I'm not writing a fucking thing.
I mean, you have a lot of success with the podcast. So, I mean, that would just be for fun, I assume, if you make
There's no
tracks.
time for fun.
Right,
There's no time for fun.
right.
I got a 2-year-old.
Well, congrats.
The fun was, thank you. The fun was rapping. Like, I wasn't afforded very much rapping, but it was fun.
Right.
And it was self-serving for 17 years. The stoppage wasn't because, all right, I don't want to do it no more. The stoppage was a selfless act. It was, this can no longer be about Joe. This can no longer be about what fulfills me. When I have a kid that's going to college, my kid is rapping. My kid is rapping, my kid is going to college. I got a whole nother kid. How do I envision my 40s? For Joe, it wasn't rapping. So you had to let go of something you love, and that's tough. That's the tough part that is never acknowledged when this type of thing happens, probably because it don't happen often. But I didn't have another tool. Like, I didn't have another asset. I left school in the 10th grade. I don't have many it was rap or fail. But again, just like I said, the ability to speak to a crowd translates, so does creating on the fly. When you're a rapper and you go through all of these different, all of this other shit is minute. I was fucking watching Love and Hip Hop before I came here. Everybody's so amazed. That nigga's so nonchalant. He's so nonchalant. He's so nonchalant. Faye, you know what I've been through? Like, what are we talking about here?
Right.
Is this of life urgency?
on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, in life for that matter. Like, if we're not talking about something where a loved one is hurt, injured, dying, someone's mental health is in danger, someone is threatened, like, if we're not at code red, you're not getting Joe to get out of a box. Like, no, black people die from high blood pressure. I gotta laugh. The fuck are we talking about?
Was part of retiring like a financial thing too? Like money in the music industry wasn't the same, where it's like, I don't want to do this no more. I could find a different way because I'm having fun with this, or I like rapping, but it's like it's not making sense. It's not making the dollars that I wanted to make for what.
I'm sure that was a part of it, maybe subconsciously, because at the time of retirement, when you living in the art and not the business of the art, you're not really numbers driven, right? So when I retired, I would love to tell you that, yeah, I was broke and I didn't want to go into my 40s that way. But the truth of the matter is I didn't even know my worth when I retired. It took me to retire, right? I just knew I wanted to stop. I didn't want to rap no more. I didn't want to tour like we were touring. Like, it wasn't healthy for me. Like, I didn't want to live. I hated it. Like, my album, All Love Lost, came out in, I want to say 2014. And the whole album is me saying, I hate this shit.
That's crazy.
Niggas thought I was just rapping. No, get me the fuck out. This shit is ass. I can't wait to stop.
That's crazy.
Right.
That's kind of depressing.
No, I don't think so.
No, it's not.
That album came out, I had another album. No, that was my last album on E1, right? Back to this whole not knowing your worth thing. That was my last album on E1. And I was too broke to retire. So I needed another move.
What's too broke for Joe?
When I retired in 2006, the All Love Lost album, I may have had under 15 grand in my bank. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's about what? 3-4 months mortgage?
Depends on the
No.
house.
He said no.
No, it's not.
What is it?
It's not very much. And I mean, listen, these numbers are not written in stone because my memory is so bad.
Right.
But I was not in the best of space. I went on a tour and I came back and I sat my manager down and I said, fam, this is what's in the bank. We going into January 1, my nigga. I can't do this.
It's over.
You can manage your whole life. I'm not enjoying myself.
Right.
So I'm gonna make a move. So I wanted to stop, but I was too broke to stop. So I had to find new management now because you too broke to stop, nigga. So you gotta do something. King, because I'm not saying nigga this year. So I somehow got with my business partner, Ian, who manages Premiere.
Right.
And I got with him through Parks, my longtime engineer and podcast co-host. And we did a deal with Empire, 2-album deal. And that album came out and it afforded me the luxury to stop. that gave me all the finances that I need to have faith in my next creative plan.
Right.
So I stopped. And I announced it, which is like, now you're done.
Yeah.
Like I'm officially out the game. It's
not,
over.
It's not for play
Yeah,
once
it's
you.
for real.
I announced it. I was married to that.
So it wasn't like a Jay-Z retirement. It was like I'm really done. Like,
No,
it's
yeah,
over.
no, I was done. I was done for real. So yeah, that was when the Complex show happened, because that was the next move.
Everyday struggle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Do you remember the first like idea or maybe conversation that you had about the podcast and how that came about?
Well, with who? Because that went through many different channels.
Well,
I had no idea what a podcast was.
exactly. So like, how did you know that let's do that? Did somebody bring it to your attention? Like, yo, why don't you do a podcast?
No.
Or did you see a podcast and say, I can do this shit way better?
No.
So like, what was it?
I think for years Joe has been just on live communicating with his fans like all the time.
Yeah,
Like
podcasting, be clear, is just a word to describe talking.
Conversation.
Yeah, absolutely, right.
I've been talking forever.
True.
That's a
But
fact.
somebody had to say, hey, or something in your brain had to click like, yo, I'm great for this, right? Like, why am I not getting
in
rich for
2000
this?
in 2004, Tracy Clarity, shout out to Tracy, I love you, was the program director of Hot 97.
Okay.
And she came to me, because we had a relationship at the time, and she said, I want to put you on a morning show. And I said, I ain't never did that shit. What are you talking about?
Right.
And she said, you don't have to have done it before. I see something and you should just try it. I'm gonna put you in a hotel in the city and we're gonna try this for one day, maybe a Friday, and we'll see how it goes from there. She put me in a hotel. I called my mom, I said, Mom, this lady got me doing this morning show shit and I'm nervous as fuck. And my mom said whatever mom shit she said and it calmed me down and got me right in my vibe.
Wow.
And at 6 a.m. I went in there and I smoked that shit. And then they had to hire me. So now crazy nut-ass rapper Joe is the head of the morning show at Hot 97. That's where Smackfest started. Because stupid-ass Joe said, hey,
let's get
this
people.
is how you give out some tickets. Let's just start
crazy,
smacking each other.
That was something different too.
Yeah, stupid Joe and Ebro. Mad
remember
lawsuits
that.
and all types of wild
Yeah,
shit.
dudes was getting clapped crazy.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
the good old days, man.
Yeah.
They had me interviewing like Ron Artest. I was asking him nut shit. Like, it was absolute chaos, and I loved it. I loved it. From that point on, I said, whenever I'm done rapping, it'll be
Radio.
radio. It'll be late night BLS or some whatever bullshit they had out at the time.
Right.
So did you stop the morning show to go back on tour to continue
No, I
to rap?
stopped the morning show because Kevin Lowndes, the president of Def Jam, my label at the time, said, you cannot sell records and work at a radio station morning show at the same time. You have to pick one.
Fast
you
forward.
cannot sell records and be this accessible to people.
Well, fast forward to today. Do you feel like you can? Do you feel like someone can?
Yeah, I felt like that then.
Right? You was like, oh, I could do
But
it.
at 22, impressionable, open-minded, naive, uninformed, I wasn't able to make that decision or differentiate. I took the word of someone who was older and wiser, and I left that. And I went to do music to get robbed at every stop.
You came in an early time in the music industry, like as far as 2002, 2003 era and things like that. What's your impression of the music industry now? Like from when you came in, like when you see this whole big thing, guys trying to get on, all of this stuff.
It's too vague.
As far as, okay, the business of how guys are getting on, or how do you get hot, or what is it to be an artist in 2020 now?
Today I operate from the standpoint of I don't know,
Okay.
because I don't know. I'm far removed
But
from
you were in the industry, would you say?
observing.
Observing.
which is very different from actually participating. So how you get hot today is not something that, well, in my career, I chose to always ignore that. But even more so today, I haven't had to think about that. Some of the people that are trying to get on today, you have to obsess over shit like that. So I try not to judge them, even though it's my job to judge them.
That's a fine line.
I always empathize with the artist. I'm biased. I'm always on the side of the artist. I'm always on the side of the creator. Yes, today I understand the business a lot more, which is why I get so angry at the creators.
For making the mistakes that you saw yourself making in the past.
Just stupid. But I was stupid. You got to allow people to be stupid.
Right.
Like, that's how you become informed and educated.
Right.
By trial and error, your mistakes, and that's just what it is. But for me, I'm always on the side of the creator. Always.
But you still manage to get in a little stuff here and there with people.
Well, that's because niggas are sensitive.
Yeah.
But outside of that,
I was just on my Instagram and the feed came up of when you was chopping it up with Yachty. Shit had me dying. Cause you were really passionate about like are you kidding me?
outside of that passion, that was my very first interview.
Okay.
The first was Yachty.
Yeah. Wow. That was me at Complex saying, no, y'all talk to these people on your own. Don't have me come to work. Because I don't want to talk to them.
Right.
I don't care about what they're doing. Yachty somehow, because they came up with this fucking voting system. I have never gotten it right with a voting system. Slaughterhouse and Complex. These fucking voting systems.
Yeah.
So they voted, yeah, we want Yachty to come up here. Of course we do. Right. And I'm like, well, what the fuck do we want to talk to Yachty about?
What are you gonna talk to him about? Huh?
But he's piping hot.
Right.
See, that's the thing. I'm always on this shit over here because I'm not going for numbers and metrics and algorithms and so forth and so on. So I'm gonna always look nuts because this nigga's piping fucking hot. So they have him up there. It's my first interview. It's my first time meeting him. I see Coach K and P, and there's a whole bunch of his niggas there. All that's great. But then we get into this shit, and yeah, passion is gonna come out, especially when it's your first interview and you fucking don't know what you're doing.
Right.
So
He was
I'd like to think I was a little more serious.
And he was like,
then.
chill. That boy was frightened.
But you gotta understand,
But my heart was in the right.
No,
place.
absolutely
I was
not.
on
You
the
could feel that.
side
That's why I said passion.
of the artist.
Yeah.
I just delivered it wrong. That is Joe's problem throughout life, delivery.
do you feel like being a lyricist, is it hard to kind of take in the music that you hear, what becomes popular?
No, sir.
Not at all?
No.
Joe.
I'm telling you. I got over that a long time ago.
Joe.
I'm telling you.
In that Yachty interview, you was like, I don't know.
No, I think balance is important, right? I think that these dudes that are doing this shit that's not lyricism can't really do this lyricism shit at all, right? I also think that 98% of the lyrical miracle dudes can't do that. Can't be mad. As someone who has sat and tried to just, because all the lyrical niggas just say what they want, but they have tried to sit there and come up with a little melody jingle or something to get the crowd.
And it just
didn't hit right. And then here comes some 16-year-old to say something stupid and the wave just, we all
give me the Addy, I'm hunting them down.
Hey, listen, man, when Maul came in the podcast and said, he played that Pop Smoke record, he said, yo, this the song of the summer.
That's it.
Lyrical Joe said, and in my mind only.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
But what was the other side of Joe that said?
No, that's all I said.
That's it.
Because I don't know.
Right.
So if my man is coming in telling me that this is what it is, and I respect his ear.
Yeah.
And this ain't really a lyrical miracle to me, And I can't say what's happening in the streets because I ain't in the streets. I ain't in the clubs. I ain't none of that shit. So,
Yeah.
all right. And sure enough,
That was the song.
that motherfucker went.
Shout out to Pop Smoke, by the way.
That shit
Shout out to Pop
went.
Smoke.
To the party.
That's my shit now. goddammit.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah, I
Welcome
don't
to
want
the
to go
party.
in the club and hear Joe Budden. I don't. So, no, I'm not mad at the people that provide that ambiance for us.
Right. Okay. Did the labels come to you back in the days and be like, we need a club record?
Well, yeah.
That's the
That was the
term.
thing.
We need a club record.
Yeah, no, that was
Period.
my fight. That was my fight.
What was that like, having to sit through that? Because as a lyricist, you like, I got these bars.
But it's about making
Trying
money
to-
too, right? Like,
No. Hold on.
'Cause you're in the music industry,
It's about
right?
making money doing
Yes.
something that you love.
Fight.
It's about making money doing something that you love. Now, if what you love is delivering a message and being coded and showing people the genius of how you can craft something and just present this art to the world, and it's kind of hard to do that and be in the club like, hey, it's not gonna really.
The important part
Yeah.
of this whole discussion that y'all are having right now is the artist has to figure all of it out on the go.
Right.
Whether you write or whether you write, you have to decide that on the fly.
And just go.
So that's what it is. Like, I can't side either which way here because all of it was a learning experience. I came in not knowing how to make a song. What is a song? What is the structure? What is BDS? Why is all of this stuff important? I just go to ciphers and tear shit up.
That's it.
So you had to learn that. And then you had to learn why a record might pop on mix show and not rotation. Why I might be popping in New York but not Boston or not over there. Like, you have to learn all of
All
this
that,
shit. And
figure
like
it
I
out.
said, when you at that age, it's a lot to retain. It is.
well, when you came in though, Pump It Up, that was a big hit.
That wasn't the coming though.
I'm saying though, when you
Yeah,
got
nigga.
that hit, and that was like, did you feel like, yo, I need to recapture that moment again? Or was it like, nah, I don't
I
want
feel like
Yeah,
that.
did you feel like that?
No, I felt like it was time to go out and fucking spend money. What the fuck are you talking
But I'm
about?
saying, though, as far as like, yo, I need to make this type of music more so I can get more success, things like that.
No. I hated that.
Joe was young.
I hated that. I did that because that's what was told to me that needed to be done.
But it worked
You hated the record.
as far as
From whose perspective?
it made you more money, right?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just more attention, more plays,
Do you
more.
believe in the power of the universe?
Yes.
Do you really?
Yeah, the
Danny
power of the
Myers.
universe. Yes.
All right, so then let's go through this then.
Right.
Yes, from a very human standpoint, it did make me more money. I didn't ask for more money, and I never wanted more money.
Okay.
But it made me more money. Know what the universe did? Had my business accountant steal every penny of it.
Okay.
So I was the most popping thing in the streets, again, broke. No, that didn't mean happiness to Joe.
Did you ever catch him?
Oh no, this person is known.
Other people know.
It wasn't just me.
Okay.
Everybody got robbed.
Everybody was getting got.
Everybody got robbed. No need to speak on it any further.
Why do you get robbed like that though? At that age, it's just like you just don't know anything about business at all. So it's like,
Well, why do you think it is the music business highlights and targets children?
okay,
Well, first you answer that
Yeah.
before you ask me to answer
okay,
that.
yeah, because they're young and dumb and they don't know nothing about business, of course. Simple.
Bang bang.
But you don't have anybody watching over your shoulder, anybody watching your back at those times at all?
Usually those are the
Elders
people.
or people around you?
How old are you?
I just turned 32.
I'm gonna find a way to communicate this to you. When you are from the places that we're from, the people that protect you do so in other manners and facets, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is who was protecting me. That is Joe's history in the music business. Like Graf and fucking Black Hand, there was Joe, and on top, like 50 and G, that was my protection.
Okay.
But those are not people that are music savvy people. Those are people from a different place.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they did the best that they could. They said, hire a lawyer. How would I know that my lawyer was their lawyer? Because I couldn't afford a lawyer.
Wow.
That's a conflict of interest. How did I know that lawyer was Desert Storm's lawyer? Oh, and that lawyer is cool with the Def Jam lawyer? Excuse me?
Right.
So that's how that
your
works.
best interest.
Yes, you do hire people to protect you. This is bigger than us. It's always bigger than us.
Right.
You were saying?
No, I was saying, like, how could they be protecting you if all these other things are going on without your knowledge? You know what I'm saying? I think that still happens to a lot of people, which is kind of crazy to me because as many people got
But
shit.
I don't think it's all the way age either.
No, it's
I
not
think it's
crazy.
just a lack of
There's
knowledge.
books about this shit.
Bro, it happened. It been happening since like the Temptations and before that. Like people get shitted on every time, and nobody's picking up a book.
But this is the risk.
What is going
This is the
on?
risk, right?
Nah,
this is the
man.
risk that you take. You step
get
into
it.
the music industry. You surround yourself with people who know a lot more about it than you do, and then you try to trust them.
No,
You take a gamble.
I agree.
Oh
Especially
shit!
when you come
fucked up.
from
You know
nothing.
what I mean?
When you
Like,
come from nothing,
that
and you
happens.
see
But
something, it looks appealing.
What she's saying is, that's the sad part. The sad part is that as a people, every time we see our story on the big or small screen, this is the story.
Yeah, facts.
people get robbed.
It's the 5 heartbeats,
Yeah,
it's the TLC, it's
Yeah.
if you pick a decade,
You get.
I'm gonna give you this story, and that is
Right.
the sad part. Only today, and that's why I came in here, and the first thing I said to you was, you niggas in here shooting at 10 p.m., it's beautiful. And y'all don't even know how beautiful it is. That's the very first thing I said. Because it's only recently where we can tell our story and there's an avenue for people to even pick it up. This is new. Like, be clear in that. This outlet of communication. I think Twitter is probably one of the greatest things ever invented because of this thing right here. It's the greatest tool in journalism in the history of the world. Like, we have access to a lot now. You could come in here and open the barbershop and fucking sit here and kick it, and a kid in Africa is gonna pick something up and apply it somewhere. When I was 21, this information were available, my story is different. So no, I can never be mad at the Yachties or any of these little dudes that are making way more money than Joe ever made because they had more information than Joe ever had. You gotta champion that.
And I think that happens with every generation.
Yeah. So it's a marathon, like Nipsey said. Yeah, it's our job
Right.
to keep that going. And if you're not doing that, you a hater, and what is your purpose here?
Correct.
So
Like
does
if you here and you all about self,
So does that mean Joey's gonna start a label one day
a music label?
and treat artists right?
Never.
And make sure they never get robbed?
No, they would never. do
Never?
that. No way.
Never.
Never.
Why is that?
Artists are crazy. I'm crazy.
Yeah, artists are
Somebody had to
fucking-
deal with you.
Artists are fucking difficult, bro. You're difficult.
And you're difficult, so
I am.
it is what it
I
is.
agree.
But
I'm probably worse than
But
you.
at the end of the day, I think the process of just creating something and then putting it out to the public and seeing it grow towards the masses is beautiful. And if you've been a part of it before, and you might have had a bad taste because of people doing fuck shit, maybe you can provide for somebody else coming up. Like, hey, this is what it's supposed to be minus the fuck shit because I know better now.
But that's what I do today, pro bono. without the title of management or label consultant, or I just get on the mic and kick it, and you do with it what you do with it.
Right.
But no, I don't need any closer affiliation with any artist.
But you have mentored a few artists.
Everybody call my phone. Don't get me started on the people that call my phone. Artists, labels, they all. But that's the extent of it.
How often does Surf call your phone?
Often enough.
Often
That's
enough.
my guy.
And you've taught him a lot throughout the years.
He would have to say that.
He would have to say that.
Yeah, that's his call.
Okay.
I attempt to.
What made you take an interest in him?
Rap.
Rap.
First and foremost. I forgot what year that was. What year was that? 2013?
2013. Oh, that was a good year for me.
2000.
Until the end of it.
Oh yeah. That was your run year too.
What you did 2013?
Summer Madness 3.
Ooh.
Woo! Yeah.
My memory is bad. You did
Punch
something.
Serious Jones.
Yeah.
Why you did that, man?
I ended my year like that.
Why you
But they made up last year, 2019.
Because I was young, Joe.
No.
I was young, Joe.
I know.
And he was hungry.
young.
He said he was hungry.
We make
I was
mistakes.
young. I was angry like Joe Buttons before he did his cypher with Beanie Siegel and Freeway.
I was mad.
Yo, I always wanted to know who pissed you off before you walked in there.
Whoever organized that.
What happened, bro?
I was waiting too long.
Yo, have you guys
was
ever
waiting
heard
too
this?
long, man. That's-
Have you ever heard this freestyle? Never. Okay, so
waiting
Joe just shows up angry, bodies it, and he leaves, right? But the whole time he's like, "This some fucking bullshit. Turn the fucking beat on. Turn the fucking beat on."
I was going up there. This was Moon Music 3. I was going up there. Never been the promotion guy. So this was, I'm just calling my man. I'm going to go up there and I'm going to promote my shit real quick. And Green said, cool. So I got there and they brought me to the little side room off to the side. And they just left me there. 20 minutes go by. I said, yo, what's up? Nah, we got you. We in the A break right now. We got Styles P up in there.
Right?
I love Styles P.
I know,
So-
but I get it.
I feel you.
I love Styles.
I get it.
And that's the A block, and that's D block. Yeah, I'll be right here. Another 20 minutes.
Right.
Yo, what's up? Nah, Beans and Freeway is on their way right now, man. You gotta just hold up a second. Wait, they're not even here?
Right.
And you saying hold up? Yeah, but just hold up. We need them for the B block right now, but the B block.
Damn.
Okay. I think that happened another 20 minutes. They said something about Uncle Murder or whatever the fuck they said. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I said, check this out. I don't want to be here neither.
Right.
I'm going to go in there, promote my shit, and leave.
Leave, and I'm out.
I don't care about what y'all are doing.
Right.
They said, you sure? You don't want to wait?
What?
Why?
I said, move.
Yeah.
And I went in there, and you saw it. And
Well, I didn't
but
see
that's
it,
why it was.
but I heard.
That's why it was. Is this on? Yeah, let's do what we're here to do, and I'm out. Have a blast.
Everybody was like, "Yo, what's wrong with Joe?" He was like, "Nah, this is fucking bullshit."
Nothing was wrong with Joe. I know all
Punch
those
somebody in
guys
the
are my
fucking mouth.
guys.
Is the beat on? Turn the beat on. Turn the beat on. And he just
Those are my
bodied
dudes.
it and bounced. And I was like listening to the radio, like, "Yo, what happened to Joe, son?
Hey, at least he
Yo,
bodied it.
nobody want to rap now? That's crazy." Yeah, it was wild. But how often did that happen? Like as somebody like that was so lyrically profound. And I say that because the mixtapes, the freestyles, we didn't need to hear a song from you sometimes. It was like, just let them go. Just put the beat on, let them go. Was that something that like you got tired of getting praised for? Because it was like, okay, I can do this. I know I can I can hurt everybody in this room if I feel like it. But why am I not getting the same type of money or respect or opportunities as the rest of these people?
Oh no, I was hit pretty early to that.
Yeah.
I asked a lot of questions early on, and I've always been inquisitive, always just been observant of shit. So very early on, I had the answer to those things. Once you in the building and you just get a glimpse of the inner workings of things and the different departments and how much this costs. And
What is the answer? Because I gotta wonder, why ask Joe Buttons to make a club record, but you don't ask Eminem to make a club record? How does that work?
Because it doesn't necessarily have to be a club record.
I mean,
So let's get rid of the
it
word.
could just be a hit.
Let's get rid of the word.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Hit.
Yeah.
Now, in that day and age, a club record would probably be the quickest way for a black new artist to get a hit.
Right.
M had My Name Is, which was
A hit.
way past hit.
And he was white.
That was way past hit.
I didn't want to hear it in the club, though.
That was way, and
No.
it didn't have to be club.
But,
That's what I'm saying.
but he was getting
hit.
money,
Hit
generating
is-
revenue.
hits a certain audience and you want to hit as many people as you can. That's what that M record did. Pump It Up, for all of its glory, had a ceiling. I think it only might have peaked at 30 or something on the Billboard. Maybe the highest was 20. I don't remember, but it was never a top 10 record. It was just in the streets, and the movies and the dance people kind of made it
Yeah.
eternal that
Right.
way. But as far as just performance, nah, we just tore the clubs up real quick. But I didn't want to make no club record. I didn't know that I was making a club record when I made
When you made Pump It Up.
That wasn't the goal. The goal was, I thought I had,
You sure?
I'm telling you something, I have zero reason why.
I see some haters. I see some haters. Show.
Oh, no.
I see some haters. Flying again. We get out in the wind. You sure? You sure?
But you on step 17 and 18 of the song creation process.
Oh, no, I did. Yeah.
At step 1, I thought I was getting the hard tribe flip. So I thought that this was, I thought it was on some, I'm gonna keep this so hip hop because Scenario is one of my favorite records. This is Just Blaze, he flipped it. When I first heard that beat, it was battle rap.
It's time to go off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. Then I took the beat home because I had been in the studio for too long or whatever. I took the beat home and it had a weird pocket, one that I had never rapped to before. And this was like a 5-loop, a 5-bar
Yeah,
loop.
it wasn't a regular 4.
Yeah, this was.
It had an
so
extra.
it took me, I couldn't battle rap to it. It took me like a week to find the pocket because I was just mumbling.
Yeah.
And that's where that club cadence came from, just trying to find a pocket, and it just came. Yeah.
Right.
Let's put words there. And when that part was done, oh, bitch, we out here.
Yeah.
So now we get to the side. Let's do all that. Yeah. Now you can do that.
All that shit.
Because now we got something.
Right.
Now we got something. That was my first taste of what they meant by hit.
Yeah.
And when you in the creative process and you have a hit,
You know it.
you know it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know it. You feel it. You have no doubt of what this is going to do the first time they hear it. Wow. It's like 100%.
How many times you felt that?
3 times.
Pump It Up.
Pump It Up. She Don't Put It Down. See, but then I was fucking jaded by then. Pump It Up. She Don't Put It Down. And believe it or not, a song called Gangsta Party.
Gangsta Party. I've heard you talk a lot about this record.
Yeah, but it had to be a certain way. And the situation I was in, it was never gonna be that way. Like I was at odds with my label when I came up with Gangsta Party, and it was very different and it was very unique, and it wasn't for New York because they just kept trying to get me to make another Pump It Up. So I said, all right, I got a trick for y'all. I'm gonna just go a whole different way.
Wow.
And I did Gangsta Party, and the BDS on that record, I put it out, and that shit started going. But if you're fighting with your label, if you're fighting with your label and your label houses every other hot rapper, so there's 9 records in the circuit by Hov and Jai and Ludacris and DMX and like that, you're not gonna get very far. So that record didn't have a chance.
So is it safe to say that your experience in the rap game, though I'm sure there was a lot of pussy, a lot of different places, a lot of money, was it an enjoyable experience? Like, would you look back and say, you know, these were my heydays? Or do you look forward like, no, I'm heading towards those now.
I'm headed there.
You're heading there.
Yeah, I don't look back like those are my heydays. My mental health was at stake.
Wow.
Those wasn't fun times.
So does it bring you any joy to see Def Jam just not doing nothing right now?
Joy? No.
Yeah.
No. I'm a hip hop head, so my recollection of Def Jam predates me.
Right.
Like, it's L and Slick and Beastie and, you know, that Public Enemy, fucking. When you grow up on that, that's why you want to sign to Def Jam. Because that fucking their logo with the record player
and the
emblem, like, yeah, I want to be a part of that
DJ.
if you get busy. So no, I would love them to do well. I would love them to do well. It saddens me that, I was there in 03, we in 2020. I was there in 01, we in 2020. So this is 20 years of what the fuck are y'all doing?
Right. What the fuck are they doing, Joe?
Making mistakes. Make mistakes, like the Knicks.
Is it like, well, the Knicks?
Let's not do this.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Thank God we got the Knicks, bro.
I only bring them up because I only bring them up because it's organizational.
Right.
Like, the Knicks could trot out there 5 All-Stars, and the organization somehow, because they disconnected, is just going to find a way to fuck it up. And that's what's happening at Def Jam.
But there's a difference there. The reason why the Knicks organization finds a way to fuck it up, because they know we're going to sell tickets anyway. We're going to sell jerseys anyway. We're making money anyway. They're still going to be sitting in the seats, whether we're fucking 3-18 or 3-40. Nobody cares. We're still selling tickets. This is the difference with Def Jam. Def Jam is like, okay, we're not selling records. We have to change. Are we gonna change?
What makes you say that that's what they're saying?
It's just not the same anymore. Like, it's just not, I don't know of any Def Jam artists right now that's
I'm saying, who do
that's
they
hitting.
have right now?
Well, which is why I'm saying, what makes you think that that's what they're saying?
For the sake of keeping the company or the status alive?
That's been dead. That thing is long gone. Just like the Knicks, when Kevin Durant sat up there and said, yo, when y'all was in y'all glory years, these kids don't remember that.
Right.
It's the same shit.
They're like Def Jam. No, I want to go to
Def
quality
Jam
control.
what?
What the fuck is Def Jam?
I remember Khaled wanted to be the president
Who's
of
Run
Def Jam.
DMC?
Right. I remember there were a lot of talks about that.
Because he really wanted that gig. Like he was passionate about it. And I don't know this to be fact, so let me say that. But allegedly that idea was laughed at inside.
Yeah?
Like, huh? Yeah, because they want you to be an artist. They don't want you to grow out of that. They don't want you to be a mogul. They don't want a whole bunch of puffs and hoes running around. This is new. Like I said, this all just started where black people get to share certain information, and now we have this influx of millionaires just out of the blue. That just started in 2011. I Googled it. I just read it not too long ago. They came up with X amount of millionaires, black young millionaires, from 1980 to 2005. And from 2008 to now, we got that beat. It's mad us running around here.
All over the place.
They don't want that. That ain't.
So when you say they,
So much power.
we talking universal or like who we talking about?
I'm not at privy to even know who I'm talking about, but it's much higher than whatever you naming.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, this is whoever's at. It's the same way what they say. What is 3 families that own all the money in the world, and the rest of us is playing around with like 10% or some shit like that? It's the same thing there.
That's true. That's true. You had touched on like Pump It Up being in like movies and stuff. I've always been interested on like what is that money like? Like being in
Oh, me too.
the
Yo,
Damn.
son, you gotta remember, yo, it was, you know what I mean? It was going down. It was going down.
Somebody else gets paid off of that.
It's going down.
So what? So get the fuck. That's insane to me because that song is probably in every dancing fucking flick that I could think of in my entire life.
Fact.
Well, that's why I was laughing at the exchange we had earlier, because it's like, you know what, you got to be careful what you ask for. You can never think that you have a plan, and just always be aware of the universe. They told me to make this fucking single, I made the single. They told me to put X amount of them on an album, I did that. Only for them to take that song, use it as the lead song in Fast and the Furious, whatever that was at the time. And that soundtrack came out a week before my debut album. So at 21, 22 years old, there's no way for you to you don't have the information even. That album came out and did 386,000 week 1 with Pump It Up as the lead single. And the new young artist a week later did 93,000. And somehow at that time, that was called the disappointment.
Yeah.
Nobody said nothing about the Fast and the Furious shit that's right. Like,
right.
So when you say the money, it's like what we doing out here creatively, like it's all cosmetics. If the business ain't right,
That don't make no sense.
then well, we wasting time.
Yeah.
Which is why I say I'm all business.
All business.
I'm all business.
Correct.
I'm all business because so much comes with that. Like, that just means remaining teachable, remaining on your P's and Q's is on top of it all. It's having accountants for the accountants and lawyers for the lawyers. It's personality managing. It's all types of shit. I don't have time for play.
Right.
Unless it's your son.
Family and business.
Right.
Family and business. Anything outside of that is a distraction.
Now what's that like? Because you know, big ups to you. You have 2 sons now. One of them is in college,
Yep.
and
So proud of my baby.
what was it like getting back to the diapers, man? Like
I love
That-
it. I wanted that.
you wanted it.
I was excited for that. I was anticipating that. I was planning for that.
Yeah, to get
Men
at
can't
least
do-
6 years free of the diapers.
If it ain't a mistake, baby, men normally plan for that. Like, we vision that. We could see it.
You can see
Like,
it.
yeah, we want that shit.
Yeah. Does that bring like because I'm assuming like your decision, because of what you said, the decision that you made to stop rapping and to pursue this.
100%. Well, it's no longer about me. That's the decision you have to make when you have a child. It's no longer about you and your selfish needs and wants.
You know what's a funny thing?
What?
I started this show saying to myself, I'm tired of going place to place, battling or trying to rap. I want to sit still and have a good week that I can chill with my baby girls.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was really the reason why I came up
Of
with
course it is.
my expert opinion. Hey,
For the kids.
for the kids, for the kids. That's what you want at the end of the day.
Fat Joe just went on a whole promo run basically saying the same exact thing. Like, yo, I ran all around the world. I made all this money. I want to take my kids to school now. Fucking, I remember having that same conversation with Royce. Like, in rap, it's all about us. And nah, it just can't be like that. It just can't be like that.
So what's it like when you go to school?
Oh no, my baby's in homeschool right now. You talking about my older baby?
Yeah.
I only went there like once where I really went up in there. And when I went there, I knocked on the door. It was a naked girl in there.
Whoa. Whoa.
So they was leaving me at the door. He said, oh, there's a naked girl in here. I'm like, fam, I don't give a fuck. Get this shit the fuck. And I'm not going to keep staying in this fucking hallway either.
Yeah.
So that was my first experience there.
Wow.
And that was fun.
Is your
What-
son
what you-
into rapping?
Yeah.
He's into rapping, your son?
No, he raps.
He raps.
He raps. He has an EP out.
So how you feel about, how you feel about him being in there?
You said he has an EP out
Yeah, he got an EP
under
out.
the name of
Trey Budden.
Trey Budden. Familiar?
Nice.
Yes. No. Anybody familiar? No.
Not in here, that's what I asked.
No, listen, my baby's 18. This is his first project. He went through the all the shit that comes with trying to create your first project. So I'm so proud of him.
Did you executive produce? No. You stood back and said, "Let me see."
Yeah, I don't
The genetics
get,
are strong.
involved. I don't get involved.
Is he like the new guys or is he trying to rap?
You have to ask him.
Okay.
I don't think that he considers himself to be like the new guys. Like he raps.
He raps.
But don't you think, based on everything that you went through and all of your experiences and the hardships you faced in the rap industry, how could you stay completely away from what he's doing? Wouldn't you be like the person you wish you had when that was happening? What if he has a Pump It Up tomorrow? He's screwed. If you're not there to guide him.
That's pessimistic.
It is. But it's also cautious, I think.
As a parent, you cannot allow your experiences to jade your child's experiences.
That's a good
And
point.
you have to remain teachable, even from your children.
Okay.
At some point, they will have a better understanding of what's happening in the world than we do. So no, I can't say that what I went through, that'll be his experience because it's new shit going on. I don't have a TikTok.
Right. It's no one to say that that's actually going to happen. But wouldn't you, I mean, as me personally, I would think I want to play some kind of role. Maybe not the creative role where I'm saying, hey, this is hot, make this, because at this point, he probably knows what's hot more than you.
But I have the greatest role, which is his father.
Right.
And in that comes, actually that's why the Def Jam question is funny, because you get those calls where it's just your job to be a dad. It ain't about music business time. That stuff comes with dad. So when the call comes and says, yo, I met this kid who says he knows somebody that can get me at Def Jam. It's not, yo, fuck Def Jam. It's, is that what you want to do?
Right.
Do you want to be a Def Jam? And you have those conversations. But yeah, I try to, not only do I try to stay away, I think he tries to keep me away. Like, that's a lot of pressure to have.
Yeah.
Like, he know how my pen is regarded. He may not be so into it, but he know what it means to people. So no, go have your own experience, make your own friends, get cool with the new wave of 17-year-old rappers that I would never know anything about. My son puts me on the music.
Because he could also be put into just being looked at as your
Joe
son
Budden's kid.
and not looked at his own person.
I think that's what's going on with Pun's son.
Absolutely, yeah. He's just Pun's son.
Yeah.
That's how people look at him, which, I mean, it's unfortunate because he can rap.
Rivers.
He can definitely rap.
He can go.
Yeah, he could go.
So is that your reason for keeping your distance on that situation? Like,
It's one of them.
yeah.
I got a bunch of reasons why I keep my distance from it. He just know that if he ever needs me for anything, I'm here.
Well, as far as podcasting, well, I guess not really your thoughts, but what would you look at when you saw your peers really get into that lane too? Like the Joe Buttons doing his thing and Nori and everybody kind of like getting in that lane, Nick Cannon and everybody after you kind of like did that, but everybody created their own, version of what they would want to give out to the world.
You asking how I felt about it?
Yeah, how'd you feel about it? Seeing them. Okay,
I love
okay.
I love it. I encourage it. I support it. That's why I'm here. Like, I support this. This is the wave. This is where it's going. This is a very small window in time. And if you back to the universe, if you believe in the universe, you have to appreciate these moments in time. This is a small window where the creators have the leverage. That's me, that's you, that's them, that's them, that's them. I don't mean to point, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right.
Once back to they,
Shut that down.
figure it out, it's closed again.
I agree.
It's a wrap.
And then we'll all be dead before the next one presents itself.
Yeah. I agree
Right.
100%.
Okay, we talked about the rap thing. And so sad to see you go, bro. We haven't talked about the battle rap thing.
Now, what do you want to talk about? Where do you want to start?
You love it.
I love it.
Yeah. Shout out to Joe Budden.
How much do you love it? Enough to come back. Enough to battle again.
That would be selfish.
That would be selfish.
You versus Clips.
Of course I want. Of
Yeah.
course I would want to do it. But that would be self-serving and only filling a Joe want, and that's not how my time is distributed today.
Really?
I mean, I was there front
So
row
wait,
at the
hold
last
on. So there's no Joe wants, like you don't get to fulfill those?
Oh yeah, but those are personal.
Yeah, so there's other Joe
And
wants.
those I ain't even really in those 100%.
Something else, right? Okay, all right. So when you hear somebody like Charlie Clips,
My man.
your man,
That's my man.
your man, dragging your name through the dirt, trying to
I
say,
didn't hear any of that, by
Yeah,
the way.
well, not dragging, but like saying like,
When
call me
people-
out
When people are speaking negatively about me, I try my best not to listen.
anymore.
Now, it's been like that for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, now if I catch wind of some shit, then that's different. But like, you have to be able to filter shit. Like, I don't consume everything on the internet, and I'm conditioned that way. So
You can't.
No. So
Yeah,
if,
you definitely
soon
can't.
as the headlines say, "Oh, Charlie Clips says Joe." Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. That's like every girl I talk to. No, I don't read the long text.
Yo,
You send me the long text, I'm not reading it. I'm not. doing it.
I do that
I
with
have to
my
protect my energy.
with my kids' mothers. If it's like a book, I'm like, no,
Yeah,
just
I can't.
call me.
I can't. You're trying
Just
to
call
ruin the
me. I'm
day.
not trying
Call
to
me.
do
Yeah.
This is impersonal.
Right.
But I seen something that Charlie Clips said, but this was after whatever he had already said. This was recent, like the other day.
Right.
What you want me to say?
I don't know how you feel about it.
I like it.
You like it?
I like
I
it.
love it.
You wanna
I love every time I
you
hear
wanna
one
just
of,
crush him. You
No.
wanna just crush Charlie.
No,
No, you don't.
That's another reason I wouldn't assert
Oh,
myself
Joe,
to
come
do
on,
it.
man.
I'm not gonna lie.
playing,
That-
Joe.
that- that guy.
You playing, Joe? Come on, man. Just for a second, go back to like 2005. It just
Clips is my
yo
guy,
Clips,
man.
I'd smoke you, bro. Cut
I
it
would
out.
smoke them.
Cut it out.
But who? I don't need to prove that to anybody. Like, that's a fact.
I would say, okay, all right. So what inspired the Hollow battle? Because I never knew how that really came about.
Fuckery,
Fuckery.
man.
Elaborate on fuckery.
That was some fuckery. Yeah, Hollow was hip to the fuckery too, man.
Did you really make 200 grand?
No, they paid me 80, and then I did something on the side, and I mean, I might have flipped it and got 160. It wasn't 200, but it was
That's great.
We made about 160.
160. Every battle
I
rapper
just-
is
I
gonna
just-
hate you now, bro.
I just rounded up. Because,
160.
Yeah.
Man. How you feel about that, Fit?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Sounds good, Debo.
Sounds
I'm not
good.
taking no more battles.
Yeah, that
Fucking underappreciated.
Sound good to me. I said that shit angry internally. It sounded fly in a rap. We worth so much more than that.
So much more.
And that's why I can't be fooled by the cosmetics of things. Of course I would battle clips. I'm a rapper. If I had the time to sit down and go write some shit, yeah, let's get together and do it. But I'm all business. And I cannot make sense of the business in that right now.
In that way. So, basically, the podcast is taking up all your time.
The podcast, State of the Culture on Revolt. My other side ventures, the Pull Up.
Pull up.
Yeah.
How are you able to brand different shows and people like, okay, the Pull Up, it's Joe Budden's. Okay, we go over, it's Joe Budden's. Like, why is it like separate brands? To work on different networks or like,
Nah,
how
I
does
think
that
it
work?
was just built that way. And that kind of happened coincidentally, to be honest with you. Like, the podcast went through different phases where, now it's Parks, Maul, Rory, and myself, but that morphed into that. Like, that was fixing on the fly. And that's the beautiful thing about content creating is that, and making music now, because they get to upload and do you can fix on the fly. So, yeah, the podcast turned into that. The Complex show, that was by design supposed to be myself and Elliot Wilson.
Shout out to Elliot Wilson.
Always shout out to Elliot.
Facts.
That turned into Ack and myself. I had never met Ack, but I met him. I said, oh, this is gold. We out here. And that's what it was. That was another hit. See, that's the thing. People got to stop just categorizing hits in music.
Yeah. Definitely a hit.
Nah, when I saw
That
I
show
saw that
was a
shit,
hit.
I was like, oh,
that
Joe
was,
got it. Okay.
that was
Complex.
I didn't plan on leaving there. Like, I didn't think that a show so successful could end so abruptly, but it ended, and now I got a baby coming and I'm unemployed in the same exact boat that I was when my older son was coming into the world. It's like, oh, the universe will do it to you.
Is it the universe? Because if we really look at the laws of the universe, it's really about your own personal projection.
Please.
Do you feel like?
Oh, wait, it's let
do
me
you
stop.
feel
Play.
like
I gotta stop you. I
you
gotta
get to a
stop
point
you.
where you're like, I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Man,
And
it is never about our personal anything.
you sure?
I am positive of it. I'm telling you something for a fact. That is so. Never say that again. That's gonna blind you in the future. We are fucking ants here. Like, when you really get into they say that there's more stars in the universe than there are particles of sand on the earth.
Right.
Think about it. So that's like infinite space up there. Our bullshit perspective means zero. Always. That will never change.
It depends on whether
It'll
you
never
believe.
depend on nothing.
It depends on whether you
Oh, no,
believe
but you
you're
can-
the grain of sand or you're the galaxy.
You're never the galaxy.
Let's just get that shit clear.
That is a false perception of self. You are never the galaxy. This earth is here before you. It will be here after you. And how the universe works and functions, fam. My dad, who was born whenever the fuck he was born, is into music, was into drugs, was into women, and life happened however it happened.
Shout out to your pops. I think we met when I came to the cribs to
man.
play spades.
Yeah, that's my spade party.
And you guys robbed me of $600.
We
It's
don't
cool.
play. Me, him and I are not for play on the spade table.
Look, man, you gotta watch these guys. But yeah, go ahead.
He's about his music. Like, I could not, that has zero to do with Joe. This is another man is into music. I came out as nuts and I'm the exact same into music like that. And I see that exact thing in my son.
Right.
Now, stories are parallel in that lineage. Am I self-centered enough to think that it's because of Joe? No.
Why
It is
not?
never, because it's never about us. They teach you that in therapy. It's never about us.
Never about you. Therapy, smarapy.
Well, therapy actually is always about us.
Yeah.
But what they teach you is it's greater than just us.
No, but if we're going on philosophies and theologies and all that stuff, it's created in your mind and then expressed in reality. Is there a Joe that feels like, I feel like I can get there, but something's gonna happen when I get here?
Well, that's
hard to say.
that's a black person. That's a black people
Yeah,
issue.
but and it's real. It happens.
It
happens.
That is a fear that
Fear of success.
Yeah, that's
fear of like the highest height of success.
that's
That's
something.
not
Where
being
you
able
get
to take
close to
risks.
it and you're like, something's probably gonna go wrong, and in turn, you focus on that enough, something goes wrong.
I pull that from many different boxes. I have that in me because I'm self-destructive. I have that in me because I come from not having. I have that in me for a whole bunch of reasons.
Coming from not having, I
Well,
think
'cause, like,
that's the main.
Even like when we're raised from people that don't have, they kind of embed that kind of theory in our head, like, you know, don't spend your money because you're poor. You know what I mean? Or like if you
Right.
get money, don't.
'Cause you
know,
never
don't get
know when it's
crazy,
gonna
'cause-
come back.
Yeah, correct. Like, oh, get a savings or whatever. But you know, they're not
Like a
really
poor man's
Let me tell you
mentality.
something about my moms,
Yeah.
man. I love my moms.
not really teaching you to be
I
like, you
love
know
my
what?
moms.
Take that 10
I
racks.
love her.
Blow it on the podcast.
She don't never got money for nothing, even when she got money for something. You understand what I'm saying? Like, she don't got it, and that was just the mindset that she grew up having as a West Indian immigrant in America. And you go back to where she lived in Barbados, you see the land, you see the house, you see. It was
third
just a
world type.
mindset that was embedded in her.
She probably got good ass credit.
I have to ignore her to succeed, bro. Like, I actually have to, like, Ma, stop talking to me. I'm doing something. Chill. Ma, that's not gonna happen. Don't worry about me. Don't even think about me. Please. I'll talk to you later. You know what I'm saying?
Did she see you snuff those?
Oh, yeah, she's
that
seen a
was-
lot worse than that.
Imagine, be like,
She's seen a lot of
what the fuck?
My mom's write a book about me. It'd probably be better than a book I write about
Fire.
myself.
Get her on it.
But is that what it is? Where, okay,
We create our
Joe
own destruction.
Buttons, I know I'm nice. All right, I'm here, Def Jam deal. Rose up. Something's gonna go wrong. I just feel it. Something goes wrong. All right.
No, I just got the fuck out of here. It was wrong. I'll go into some shit. Hey, see how I walked up here and just stood outside and smoked, just look inside for a minute?
Yeah.
The same thing I do in life. I got to Def Jam, look around. All right, I don't want to be here. I'm out. The end. Like, but you have to walk in the room to know it.
So have you found that perfect situation where you're like, I like this, I'm gonna stay here. Is this it? Is the podcast, is the Spotify deal, which is the first of its kind. Joe Buttons makes the Guinness Book of World Records as the first guy to get X amount of whatever it is for a Spotify deal.
Joe Budden gets bored as a creative. So everything is great right this second, but I mean, I can't speak for how I'll feel in 6 months or 9 months or a year and a half or 2 years.
Yeah.
And I set up my deals in business just like that.
Like you
Just
said,
like-
Just like,
everything is on the
this
fly,
has a
bro.
6-month
No,
lifetime.
just like I don't know how I'm gonna feel in 9 months or a year.
Because when you was at the peak of your rap career, I bet you never thought you have a podcast.
Yeah, no, I plan as if I don't know. I just don't know. I know I'm a creative. I know I'm nuts. my business partner, you know how it is if I go to work and I live on right is right and wrong is wrong. And unfortunately, we're in a business where most is wrong. So if I find out it's wrong, niggas got to feel it.
And you're gonna go hard.
I'm going off. I'm going off. Yeah.
But this is the realm though, where unlike Def Jam, where you find out something was wrong and you went off, there's no consequence. It's only of value to you telling the story about someone doing something wrong or how you feel about what's going on.
False.
How is that false?
Because
Explain it to me.
one wrong move from Joe and a whole bunch of this shit is out the window, never existed, it's over in a heartbeat. One wrong decision from Joe. And with that comes having to be responsible for all of the people that are employed by Joe. So no, my decision making today at 39, again, selfless. It can't be about, I know what I'm gonna do in most situations.
Right.
It's about combating against that. And I got some people in my life that help me.
Where you're like, whoa.
That help me. They
Damn,
help me to combat that.
I can't be 100% Joe on this.
No, I gotta stay home most times because where I'm at, it can happen here.
Right.
That's in life. Wherever I'm at is where it can happen. And I don't avoid that. That's that universe shit. That's not me. That's the universe.
I got a different theory.
And I respect it.
You gotta, okay.
And I respect it.
Respect it. Now, I think that, yes, Joe does have a self-destructive nature, just like a lot of us that come from these places where we grow up watching people who are self-destructive and idolizing them. Like, hey, oh, look at this guy. He did the realest shit ever. Damn, too bad he's doing life right now, but hey, he's a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you get to this level where all you have to do is talk about things, how do you see a downfall? Where is the danger zone for you?
Danger zone. I smoke cigarettes and I've been smoking for 25 years. I could walk out here and
Hey,
drop
how
dead.
you doing? Me too, okay.
That's not
All right.
but it's not.
But I'm saying within what you're doing.
No.
Right.
I am directly answering your question of how could you be here, have the success, and see it a different way. I can give you a million scenarios in which you don't see it that way at all. And don't get me started. Well, yeah, I'm not going to get into all that.
But Joe, you don't see that as a problem? The reason why you
smoking
can
cigarettes?
No, the reason why you can give me a million reasons why shit would go wrong.
It's because I'm
feel like
inquisitive.
that's important
I observe,
to me.
I'm a
Like
realist.
for me, I don't think that's a negative mind
not.
state.
It's
I
not
think it's
negative at all.
fucking smart.
Preparation.
Like I
Yes.
need to know every way this shit could go.
It's definitely not
Like,
why.
Yeah.
If I shoot you, I need to know what are the fucking.
No, I get it. No, I
I'm gonna
get
go to
it.
jail. I can get away.
Listen.
I go down this block.
Listen.
It's
I
to
can
the
get.
extent
I used to
of
plan-
this bullet can ricochet from.
Exactly.
You have to
Listen.
plan
I can hit knowledge
prep
and then-
for all
I used
of
to
those
plan
things.
robberies in the past, okay?
Allegedly.
This guy.
Allegedly.
Get himself redeemed.
As long as I was available, no one went to jail. Anytime somebody made a move and I wasn't around, I wasn't down with it, jail time. Because because of my mother, I could think of everything that will go wrong and try to plan around it. You dig what I'm saying?
But you just said there was something wrong with that.
When you're planning robberies, there's nothing wrong with that. But,
Bro,
but when you're doing
the same
a
thing.
podcast or you're a successful individual, it kind of feels dangerous where you feel like, I'm here, I've arrived. I don't feel comfortable.
I'm not here, and I haven't arrived.
Right,
anywhere.
right.
How are you not here?
How am I here?
You're on
Because there's so many
Revolt, you're
levels
doing
to
your
go.
thing.
What the hell
There's
am
so
I
many
doing?
levels.
Are you not the first guy to like land like a huge Spotify deal? You're not that guy.
That means nothing.
It means nothing.
I mean, it's an accomplishment, but
You see what I told you?
means
Remember the other day when I said it's not my job to be satisfied?
No,
See what I'm
but I
talking
don't
about?
think nobody
means-
should
Right.
be satisfied. Anybody who's at the top of anything was never satisfied. So how could you
Yeah, I
ever
got
be?
shit to do, man. This is I'm not where I want to be. I'm not nowhere near where I'm trying to go. luckily for us all, my fight is one that's inclusive of everybody that's coming after me. Like, when I negotiate my contracts, like, moving forward, this is probably the contract for people.
Right.
I'm cognizant of these things. It is a huge weight and responsibility. I do not feel I have arrived. I feel like as a people, we have a small window of opportunity that we should try to take advantage of.
Right. Tell us about the 1,500 niggas.
1,500 niggas. What
The
1,500
niggas that the niggas that take 1,500 for endorsements and shit like that. I've seen you talk about these guys many times. Many times. The 1,500 niggas. Can y'all niggas please stop taking 1,500? I've seen you say this shit.
I say that in communicating to my people what I think may need to be done. Not to talk down on the people that are doing it, because we're all in different shoes.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to maintain a podcast. I know. I did mine for free for 3 years.
Purposely.
300 something episodes.
You turned down how many deals? Within that time, you turned down a lot of shit.
Oh, please. We turned down them all. Don't get me started here. I've turned down all the deals. Congratulations to Gilly. He just got his Barstool deal. That was the first deal I turned down. Like, when we in this space where none of this ever happened before, there aren't really any rules for us to abide by. So if you walk in and put your nuts on the table and you believe in your shit, then you're gonna stand in the belief of your shit. And it don't really mean nothing to me to say no to the $10 million deal, because I've never had $10 million.
Right.
I have zero idea what I'm missing when I don't close the $10 million deal.
Because you're gunning for the
Yeah, no, this is worth much more than
than 10 million, right?
I'm never taking 10 million, even though I would like 10 million. Never doing that. You fucking out your fucking mind? I can't tell other people how to go about their business.
Right.
That's a ballsy move. I'm a great poker player. Everybody's not.
And you're a cheater of spades.
I'm too good to cheat in spades.
Definitely. No.
Way too good.
No.
Way too
It'll
good.
be like, yo, Joe will win a book, and then his man toss out the card, and you got to be like, yo, wait, he won the book. What are you doing? It's crazy. You really got to pay attention to these guys.
Spades, I'm gonna say this, spades and Monopoly. If you master them both, you'll do pretty good out here.
Spades and Monopoly.
In the game of life. Spades and Monopoly. In spades, every single thing that you play has to be a reason.
Right. Every single
Same
thing.
as out there.
Right.
There's nothing that I do in life without a reason. It could look nuts to everybody.
Right.
I'm clear in what I'm doing.
So when you held out for 3 years, because I had conversations with Nori, and he was like, yeah, man, we gave ourselves six months. Joe held out for 3 years. I just kept hearing that from everybody I was talking about. Joe held out for 3 years. Joe held out for 3 years. I'm like, what does that equate to? What did it equate to?
It's stock. It's building stock. That's why I never understand why the artists run out and just want a record deal so fast. Like, that's what I told my oldest son. I said, why would you want a record deal when you don't know what anything is worth right now? Like, if you own it and you just put it out and it just starts to go and go and go and go and go, guess what? You own that.
Kinda split it.
That's where it's
That's where it's at.
important. I started the podcast and that shit was rocking, but the first year we ended at 50,000 views. So after the first year, or 50,000 listens, whatever you call it. After the first year, got with Rory and Marissa at the time, and I'm like, okay, how do we get this thing past 50,000? I think the next year we saw a small increase, maybe 75,000
Subscribers?
to just listens.
Listen.
75,000 100,000 listens, teetering there, staying there. Other podcasts doing 200,000. Shit was, I mean, that was probably the ceiling at that time. 200,000 for somebody else.
Somebody just sit there and listen.
Then we caught a stride.
What was the break in the stride?
Drake. No, Drake. Never Nicki.
Never Nicki.
No, not to offend Nicki, because I
Sorry,
fuck with Nicki.
It's
but
messed up.
by the time Nicki got to my podcast was my podcast.
Yeah, already.
No, that did nothing for the numbers to my podcast. The
beef
Nicki
did?
beef. All it did was offend me.
No, I'm talking about Drake beef. That was
No, the Drake thing was big. Two big breaks in the podcast for me was Drake, which probably happened twice, and me leaving Complex. Those were the two bumps that we got.
So it was definitely around turmoil.
You say turmoil, that's pessimistic. I say story.
Story.
The story
noted.
there. The Drake thing, that wasn't for clicks. That wasn't trying to go viral. I didn't know we big. That was Joe being Joe about music, and again, that just turned into that organically awesome. The Complex shit was a huge risk. Nobody should have been trying to leave their job with a baby coming a month later. And that was the new job. And I knew I wasn't trying to go back and rap. So leaving there, that was huge. That's gonna be huge in the Joe Budden doc. And niggas left with me. I've been fortunate enough, my mom told me early on, when you add value, make sure you can take it with you. Everywhere that I have went, I have added value, and when I left, I took it. Def Jam, Amalgam, E1, Complex, and now here we are, Spotify. I'm always gonna put us in the black.
How's that been working with Revolt?
We in the black. We rocking. They just picked up the last order of however many episodes is left in the contract. It's all by the grace of God. This is awesome.
So you're saying you don't plan any of this, you just kind of walk the walk and accept whatever comes your way, in a sense?
I live in faith.
Okay. Because I like kind of some of the things Math was saying too, because I'm the type of person that I try to look at it like, we create our own destiny, or in a sense.
No, you meet the universe halfway.
Yeah, so we have to work to actually get the things we want.
Right.
We
You
can't
gotta
just
you gotta
think
believe
that,
it, baby.
you know what I'm saying? We have to get up and move
believe
and
it.
things like that.
That's true.
Now, I'm not like super religious or anything like that, but I do put a lot of faith within myself to actually get things done or move a certain way and things like that. So, just yourself, do you ever get down where, things aren't working out and things like that, and you look at it like, okay, you can actually change the tide, or is it like, nah, this is a punishment or a lesson that I'm learning from the universe?
No, we can always change the tide, but it has to be aligned with the universe. I don't want that to be left unclear in that exchange earlier. It's on us.
Okay.
It's on us.
Yeah.
But do I get down in the dumps about it and wallow in the depths of misery? Nah. Number one, I'm a mental health guy, so that's dangerous.
Yeah, okay.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
Two, I learned from writer's block. When I used to get so angry at having writer's block, then I finally learned the best way to not have it is to stop writing. It's just like the same thing there. Shit ain't right. All right, we're just gonna pivot and figure this out over here. I'm not just gonna get stuck. I'm gonna step back. And I had to learn that too, about how you see things clearer by stepping further away. All these things are just helpful.
Wow, because you got a different philosophy for writer's block than me. For me, writer's block was it's not so much I can't write anything, I don't like what I'm writing. And for me, my solution to that was just write whack shit until you write some hot shit.
Man, the way that your brain
That's how the shit works.
is very unique.
That's funny.
You gotta get through it. You gotta get through it. Just, all right, this shit is whack. I'm writing it. Writing it. But you know what? Hold up. Oh, it's starting to get fired.
No.
It's getting fired again. That's how you do it.
You gotta work smarter, man.
I hate
We
it.
ain't got time to sit
You
down
know,
and write
Cortez used to
99.
always tell me that.
That's a fact.
He used to always tell me, like, you overthink it too hard. And I used to be like, oh my fucking God, I gotta write this battle. I got like 5 minutes to the battle. I don't have a third round. What the fuck I'm gonna do? And he's like, yo, chill out. And he's so fucking nonchalant about it. I'm like, are you fucking insane?
Yeah, he's
like, you're
nuts.
bugging. He's like, it'll just come. I'm like, it's not coming.
That's how,
I'm trying, it's not coming.
that's
I'm
how it
here.
works.
I'm looking in the mirror, I'm fucking throwing bows and I'm fuck you, bitch. Shit ain't coming.
That's
So
pretty
it
funny.
frustrated me so much. But then I'm not gonna front. At this point in my
You be
life,
in the mirror like, fuck you, bitch.
like fuck you, bitch, I hate you. Your mama too. Ugly ass bitch. What? No
Why,
balls coming
son?
out. Nothing
Why?
of substance coming out. But that's my block,
No,
boy. It just
but
be
no,
stuck.
but I feel you. Like I have writer's block versus Sirius Jones, and I just say, you know what? Nobody's gonna give a fuck. Whack shit. Whack shit. Let's get it. Whack shit.
Yeah,
This
son.
shit gonna be whack too.
Wow.
Fuck it. Let's just get it over with. Let's get it over
Yo,
with. We can't
but-
do nothing about it.
If you ease your mind, then maybe it's the fucking universe that be like, Miss Fowl, will never let you fail. Here, bitch. Bars. And I'll be like, ha ha. I'm gonna kill these hoes.
Now, I think that everything just
But it's
happens
tough.
when everything aligns the right way. It happens, but it takes a lot of faith. It takes a lot of you believing this can happen in the first place. Like you walking away from Complex, like, I can do better than that. Boom. You do better than that, right?
Yeah.
I just think talent, you know what they say about talent and hard work, like hard work beats talent. I think that's what I'm seeing with Joe.
Yeah, Joe kept going. Definitely kept going.
Yeah, it's a, you know, you hear some people speak to the stubbornness that you have to have, like to make it.
Yeah.
And that's what I get from this conversation. Like, yes, I thank God it worked a lot of times, but in the moment, it was, look at Joe Joeing. Look at Joe stubborn, being rebellious,
Right.
acting out.
Right.
Right.
Thank God it worked.
No, but for me, I think
Was
that's
it
the
the-
best part, though. Because you hear a lot of
Work
bullshit.
niggas.
Because before we had this conversation, and as much as we can have this conversation and say, oh my God, you're this greatest person in the world, there's a lot of other motherfuckers that be like, nah, this nigga ain't shit, he's this, he's a fucking,
Yeah.
he be getting high. Let's be real. But you had to endure all that, and that's why I think, you know, this is so amazing. It's because it's like, nah, it wasn't like it just came out of like nowhere. We're like,
was
all
a
right,
plan.
cool, bam, podcast, I'm this guy. It just was like you had to go through all that bullshit, and you did, and you didn't give up, and you kept moving, and you took the hits, and then you prevailed. So I salute that shit 100%.
So
Thank
so you turned down 10 million, huh?
I mean, that's
Boy.
some fatty.
We had to.
And when you did, it worked out.
Oh, I don't know that yet.
Oh, you don't know yet.
I don't know that yet. It's working out.
It's working out.
I can't say what the future holds. None of the decisions we make are finance based.
What
It
was
just
that?
so happens that finances come with it.
What was that Spotify meeting like? Trying to put a value to something that they've never had to put a value to before.
And that's the meetings weren't like, my meetings don't go like that. My meetings are, how does this feel? Like, do we have common goals? Are we aligned? Are we trying to go the same place? In a year, am I gonna walk in here and feel like shooting this whole shit up? Like, is this mental? Like, I go into all that. If it's never the money we can get to. We'll fight about that. And if we fight for too long, then I know that you're not very serious anyway, and that's the end of that.
So then just
and
let it
I'm
go.
out. I've been doing this for free, so I will continue to do it for free. But yeah, we had a really substantial offer from a company that shall remain anonymous, but they were new, and it wasn't the right fit or time for that. So I went to Mo, I went to Rory. I was like, yo, I got this over here in A that will make each of you millionaires, but probably not the best thing to do. And we got this over here that we gotta keep fighting, but it's what it is. And we all said, this is what it is. And that's when I was like, all right, we got something here. Because now it's not just, that's the problem podcast. You're gonna go through that as podcasters where y'all not on the same page. Somebody might need more than the other person. Somebody's doing better than the other person. Somebody's schedule is not as flexible as this person. Like, the biggest part of podcasting is really just being able to coexist with people for a long period of time. That's where the friendship becomes real important.
Well, that's 90% of keeping any job, making the people around you comfortable.
You talking to somebody who's never had many jobs, so thank you. I don't know. That's not my experience.
It's just something wise I heard, and I just repeat to people. It's like, you know.
Nah, you a wise dude, man. You are, man. I'm so glad to see you in this space. Like, this is awesome, and I see that you have inspired some of your peers to continue, like, in this space. Again, back to that whole marathon thing.
Yeah, the marathon and battle rap is deep because I feel like it's been 10, maybe 15 years, and there still aren't any battle rap millionaires. So like,
Why do you know that?
How do I know that?
I'm asking. I don't know.
No, I know that.
Okay.
I know that.
I would assume that.
But there aren't any battle rap millionaires, so it's like
It won't be, because y'all out here shucking and jiving.
Yeah, right.
When you say shucking and jiving, what you mean?
Y'all out here just rapping.
Just
Well,
rapping.
what do? You hold out?
Just
like,
rapping?
'cause then you don't get no
Yes, you
books.
just
Yo,
rapping.
our lives are on the line every time we hit that stage, baby.
Hey, we just had this conversation about writer's block. See how fast it come back up?
Oh, damn. You gonna use that against me right now?
I'm saying that the issue is that y'all just keep rapping.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's real. But what do you
Hey, I didn't
what
touch
choice do you have?
I didn't touch $1 million, so I stopped.
A lot
All
of
right, so
people get
if
good
somebody told you,
bags,
if somebody told you, yo, Joe, you got until next week Friday to have the ultimate freestyle. The ultimate.
like that.
How would you feel? I'm just saying.
The ultimate.
The ultimate. Like, you have to have the ultimate, or, you know, shit could get bad for you, bro. The next time you pick up the phone for a battle, it's not gonna be the same money. It's not gonna be, it's like boxing. It's like lyrical boxing.
It's not
Because
gonna
you
go
take a
down and
bad
out.
L,
Well,
it could go down.
I'm so glad that you brought up boxing, because I agree. It's just like boxing. And know what happened in boxing? Because it only takes one person to start showing the blueprint in things. Oscar De La Hoya was fighting and running the fucking company.
Right.
Golden Globe.
Then came Floyd to fight
Promoting.
and own the motherfucking company.
Mayweather Promotions.
Y'all keep fighting
Fight.
for another nigga's company.
It's true.
Joe is the lead mic on the Joe Budden podcast owned by Joe Budden. Y'all can borrow this. Spotify, Revolt. Love and Hip Hop is not mine, but in another world in my brain, I created that too. The Pull Up, owned by me.
Yeah.
Right.
This is not a talent thing anymore. Yes, I am the talent. But so they're never going to give the talent money. There is no money in being talent. Zero.
They could make money off you though.
But there
Yes.
is
There's money
there is
being in
money-
demand.
There is money
talent
from
means
cultivating the
that
audience.
You get it.
Yes.
You get it from the bottom.
Right. That's
You get it. Hey, you go on tour and get it from the streets.
Okay.
In this building, nigga, no. That's what talent means. That's why it's a smack to my fucking face when people say rap. No. You rap.
that's one thing I did notice when I went to your show.
It's offensive.
There was a lot of people there that was like, when you gonna rap? When you gonna rap? Now here's my
It's a smack in
question.
the face.
Do you feel like you would have sold out the Beacon Theater rapping?
With the trajectory that I was on, no. Didn't appear that way.
But you did it.
I
Wow.
can't say that. I can't say that.
Yeah.
That's a guess. Where it was, how it was looking, I'm gonna guess no.
No,
But
yeah.
I sold out BB King's back to back. I've sold out Irving Plaza back to back. Slaughterhouse sold out Best Buy Theater. So I mean, if the focus is there and things are fruitful in your planning and how things are coming to fruition, then yeah, that would have been a possibility. Was I down to put in the amount of work that it would have taken to get Joe, the solo act, to sell out the Beacon? No. I was at my wit's end.
Right. You
no,
done with
no,
this
no,
shit.
no. I would have went and took a job at a store somewhere.
Right.
Which, ironically enough, I said on a Smack DVD or one of them fucking DVDs in front of Def Jam in 2004, and nobody believed me. I said, fam, I'll go get a job if this shit ain't right. Like, I just want to be happy.
So do you think that it's over when you're just compelled to be an artist? Is it over once it starts feeling like a job?
That is on everyone to decide on their own.
But for you, it was.
That's part of it. For me, that was always my biggest fear of waking up one day and not being able to rhyme, like being whack or being ass. That shit you just spoke about, writing shit down and just it not being fire anymore. As a rapper, that was always my fear. I never saw the day where I would just wake up and say, nah,
Nah, I'm not gonna do it.
I don't want to do that.
Fuck it.
Music didn't do that to me. Like
Right.
the business
The business did
did that.
because it made it feel like work.
Yeah, and I was in the business so long that it was no longer fair exchange, no robbery to me. Like it was no longer just helping me to live. Now it was aiding and abetting death, like a slow one. So, nah, I didn't feel good. Every time I had to rap, like to survive or to finish a song, to finish an album, to get this advance and wait for this check for this, man, if you don't suck my dick, no.
Didn't do it.
My brain is way better than my ability to write. No.
Did that like, cause I seen you spoke a lot about like mental health and everything like that. Was that like where did that come from in the beginning? Like where you had that feeling like, yo, I'm going through it mentally. Like I can't really. What was it? Something when you were younger, or was it the industry that kind of like brought you in that space where you was going through certain mental health situations?
No, the industry is not that strong. Everything starts from the home.
Okay.
It always starts from the home. And that's the answer to that question.
And you were able to go through that and still make it in the industry and still do what you did, even while going through a lot of personal stuff, being young. Yeah, no, that's tough because I know it's like 1 in a million in a sense, like making it to the NBA when it gets to like that level of talent or to actually get signed, or that's what it feels like from the outside looking in.
I don't view it that way. I view it, every person in this, everybody that we encounter has a unique story to tell. That's how I feel. Everybody has some wild shit that got them to this very spot that they have this conversation in. Everybody, not just the famous people, not just the rich people, everybody. And that's why, listen, I view me to be, and I've said this before, like the true version of like the American dream, not this bullshit that they try to sell us. Because like, I'm gonna always be comfortable around the thieves, the crackheads, the dope boys, the fiends, the robbers, the stick-up kids. Like, that's home.
Like we good,
Like,
man. It's
so, but the
just-
strippers, the escorts, the depths of down the bottom. And those are some of the brightest people in this universe, to me. So, with whatever I've retained from my travelings down here, I kick ass up here.
right.
Like, I sit down with these, whoever it be, Harvard, this law degree, I always ask them, just so I can know who I'm, this degree, this law school, went to over here for 20 years, blah, blah, blah. All right, I come from crackheads, nigga. And we gonna kick it.
Intellectual.
But we gonna talk.
Right.
And we gonna get to understanding.
It's not
Yeah.
intimidating at all. You more.
Nah.
You said this.
Fam, you ever been down here?
Of course.
You learn
it's-
so much more from real
it's-
experience.
This is the
Yeah,
way mental
man.
conditioning happens.
I got you.
It's, if you make it from down there, listen, I went to Vince Staples' studio session. We was in LA. And allegedly, this is all allegedly.
He still, right.
But I went to my guy Vince Staples' studio session, and I was with my business partner Ian, who's a 31-year-old white Jewish. Let me say white Jewish because there's black Jews. There's a white Jewish man, right? And we sitting out there smoking and shit. And this mad niggas running around with all types of like hammers on their waist,
Right.
or concealed, or you could just see that. And he was a little nervous.
He's like, what's going on?
How long?
He's right.
How long until the interview? Right, but he didn't say that because I mean,
Yeah, you don't
and my
want to say
dumb ass
that.
is sitting there smiling. I said, "Yo, man, that's amazing that no matter where I am in the world, I feel great seeing this guy with a gun." It's like, yo, yeah, man.
Keeping it real. I like it.
Oh, it's man. We come from having to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations, man.
Is that
But that's like still a different type of like situation though. Yeah, you used to being in that environment, but then you go somewhere where it's like, you're like, are they taking advantage of me?
I had this
Are they underestimating the fact that I may not be this, that, and the third, or as smart as they think?
Oh, now you talking.
No,
about
see,
different
now you
scenario.
tripping because you got to think of like, you come from that, you already looking at the rest of the world like it's food. You already looking like, these are not obstacles for me. This is the obstacle. You can't make it in this. But if I can be around this, I can be around anything.
And I don't want you to mistake what I'm saying for thinking that it can't happen to you.
Yeah,
But when you come from it,
yeah.
nah, if it happened, it happened. But we know how to get. You got to get to that.
Yeah.
We comfortable right now.
Listen, man,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not
a-
expecting that.
Anything you've ever said in the past where you gotten them calls like, "Yo, why'd you say that on your show?" Or you've been like had
We
to deal.
don't. We don't have the time.
it's
Okay.
too much.
That's been my career.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Okay,
That's been my whole career.
so you love battle rap. And judging by some of the things that you said, I do foresee you having a label someday.
No.
You might not, but you never know. You never know. But I see
I'm
it.
not dealing with you crazies, man.
Nah, I see it though. I see it though. It's gonna happen. Anyway.
It's gonna
happen. Your man, your protege, he got this situation
Good Lux.
with Beloved. How you feel about it?
That's gonna be great.
What you think is gonna happen?
Ooh.
I know you like Beloved. You love the way he raps.
He's the best.
In person, he might,
best.
you know, he's like, huh? But, you know, when he raps,
Yeah,
he's like,
He ain't
whoa.
like that to me. Oh, you mean as a person, you're saying?
Yeah, in person,
Okay, got it,
he's a
got it.
little like,
Got it.
where you going?
Yeah, that's my guy. But
What?
that's why, listen,
Yeah.
all of the people in my brain anyway that change the earth is off in the head like that.
Yeah, they're a little strange.
Yeah. I'm strange.
Lux is a little deep with his words. He'll have you, break it
But
down.
you gotta consider
Lux
the
is
fact that a
nice, man.
squirrel wakes up in the
The wine
morning.
fine is more to find. That's it.
Listen, battle rap, just like boxing, is styles make fights.
Yes, and I believe these two styles. This is gonna be crazy.
And that's what I do
This is
think
gonna be
that
crazy.
It's gonna be goosebumps the whole time.
I think Surf's style,
Right.
if we get a game Surf, which I take that back, we would have to get a Surf that I don't believe we have seen yet.
Right.
That's how focused he would need to be, and he's talking like he's that. So I'm gonna take him at his word. We're gonna need to see that, and I think that can do a little something, depending on which Beloved shows up. Because, listen, they say Beloved only always do the same shit. I don't view it that way.
I don't see it like that.
I
I
think
think that he changes styles. Depending on who he's
I
battling.
gotta see how Beloved is feeling.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Rich Porter didn't work.
Against Smoke, yeah.
Against Durag Moot
Yeah, total.
did not work. That was not the environment for that.
That wasn't the environment for any battle, by the way. But
Kung Fu Lux versus Arsenal.
Kung Fu Kenny. Yeah.
I mean, you listen back to it as a lyricist, you hear it and you're
Yeah.
like, ooh, Lux was saying some shit.
But Arsenal
Nobody
was so
wasn't
direct
really.
and so disrespectful. It's
But
like,
the directness and the
it's just easy to catch. It's like,
yo punk ass daddy.
What do you expect?
Yo,
to
son.
get, what do
called
you
him a
expect to get
cokehead
from
and
that?
all that craziness.
What do you expect to get from that?
I think that Beloved is gonna try to relive his Calico situation.
I mean,
Cause it's just too easy to just slide right back into that slot for Surf.
Let's
It's
not
tough.
go
No,
give us
no,
what he
hold
gave
on,
us
hold on,
already.
stop.
'Cause Turf is not
let's
Calico.
think about this. Gang member, jail, getting shot,
Yeah.
having a kid.
Pops was a lost nigga. That's all
Listen,
you
let
no,
me tell you
but
something.
Surf has a different
Lux has probably
angle.
been writing these rounds about his own situation for the longest. When I heard Lux third round for Calico, I sat back and I said, this could probably be about him and his father too. But nobody really.
Or generation
You
of
would
young
have to be
people.
in to understand that. You understand what I'm saying?
I just think Surf is a different kind of gangster than Calico, right?
No.
Surf is more like he's already had his realization, right? He's already going into that consciousness.
I don't
He's
think
not
so.
just a straight out
I
ignorant
don't think so.
dude.
I don't think so. Because
At least he's not rapping that way.
he battled Reed. You saw the battle with Reed?
Did you see him battle Geechee just now?
Stop.
You fucked him up.
Stop. Y'all not getting this. Y'all not getting. Beloved is gonna take this guy through a time portal and
I
say,
do,
look,
yes.
let's go back to when battle rap was really, really at the beginning, and let's talk about something for real.
Lux is the greatest.
Let's stop right there. That is one thing that I do believe Surf does a lot better than Calico. No disrespect to Calico, because that's my guy. Surf talks to niggas.
Yes. Hell
He
yeah.
has the
He can.
ability.
He has the ability.
He
You don't do it
does.
all the time.
Yes, but he has the ability,
has the ability.
to talk to niggas. And if we get a little glimpse of that, yeah,
I'm
I
here
don't-
for that
And
shit.
if we get Hitman Surf,
But did you just see him versus Geechee?
of course I did.
I really liked it.
I got tagged in that. People
I
could
was
be,
just like-
he
that
said
was
something
after he
about
got
you,
shot
man.
and
I was like,
everything.
We're
Yeah.
gonna need Hitman Surf.
It was dope.
But Hitman was that for Surf at that time. Be clear.
right.
Like
Yeah.
that was, I was hoping to see that Surf against Conceited, but he slept. So whatever.
Right.
But we would need that level of focus for
for Lux.
yeah, man. It's different. It's different.
What's the date on that?
It's different.
No date.
There's
right
no
now.
date.
No date. No date.
No date.
But then you know what else though? Now I saw Lux after that
Daylight.
announced Daylight.
Yeah, Lux for Daylight 2020.
And
I didn't see that.
that could be the mistake. That could be the mistake.
Getting Daylight or
I'ma just
Why would
sit
you
over
battle
here.
Be the
Where
mistake.
nobody can't see me and my mic works.
That could
I'm
be
not
the
here
mistake.
for that shit, man.
What I'm saying is,
Daylight is gonna get naked on Lux. I'm just saying that
Never.
now.
Why
I'm just
would he
saying,
wait this till all this time to
depending
do an
on
answer?
when
Why
that
not?
battle happens, Surf might have some advantage. Because I don't even like that you tweeted that a week after me and you just announced. I don't like none of it.
Right.
So now
It's basically saying I'm just running through people.
yeah, and if he has that mentality about Surf, then he will lose. He will lose. I don't care how great you are.
But will he
Arrogance
lose
will kill you.
bad?
You'll beat yourself.
This is the problem that I have with these fan favorites. I feel like so many people want to see them just do good that nobody loses.
No, I think the battle rap community says Lux loses often.
But in the same extent, it's not
It's
like
us rappers
it's not a
that's
bad
watching
loss.
this like, oh.
Like
yeah.
if we were talking like, okay, all right, me versus Hollow, that's a bad loss. I want to see one of these guys take a bad loss. I want somebody to show up focused enough to give that other person, here you go, you die now.
Yeah.
Good night. I want that. I haven't seen that in a long
That's
time.
because you battle rap niggas run from the niggas that'll serve it up to y'all.
On
Say it
some
ag-
level,
say it
I
again,
believe
Joe.
that. On some level.
Say it again, Joe.
They run from these niggas.
Say it again,
that'll
Joe.
serve
That's
it
why I'm
up.
sitting in this chair, Joe. I'm tired of
They
this shit.
do. No, they do.
Yeah.
They do. And it can't be ignored. I done offered to personally take my money and put it up to fund certain shit. I see it. It's different when it's a nigga there saying, what's up? What y'all doing? What's up? Whatever you charge, what's up? Oh, man.
I ain't really
Not
trying
right
to.
now, because I got, hey, don't even worry about it. Whenever you want to do it, call me.
How do you
My
feel
phone
about
don't
Charlie
ring.
calling you out, though? We were talking about this earlier.
I told you how I feel. I've said it on my podcast how I feel. If I had the luxury of time, because it would take some time to write, and we could figure out the business to benefit solely us, then I would be all the way down with that.
So y'all do it on your own, basically.
Always.
Okay.
Always.
I got to figure it out for you.
Always.
24/7. You, Joe Buttons versus Charlie Clips. We follow Clips on his vegan mission. We follow you on your new fatherhood. Just bring it together to a date where you guys eventually battle and everybody watches everything up until that point.
Nothing about that
Doesn't make
sounded
sense.
sexy.
Yeah,
That
gave
didn't
it a
sound
shot.
sexy at all.
Charlie, I tried, my nigga, I tried.
What I heard was vegan and kids.
I seen y'all on the podcast. Y'all was kind of going a little bit on them going at the Eminem with the diss and everything like that.
Yeah, how'd you feel about that?
Nah, I saw it. That was kind of funny because I was sitting there laughing like I kept bringing it back. Clip's first line. I'm like, yeah, these guys are hilarious. Like,
You know what, Joe? You may be the perfect person to ask this question. Do you feel like Eminem could hang with top tier battle rappers
Where?
on a battle rap stage?
What stage?
smack.
Like, I need more than that.
Nah, there's a difference, right?
URL.
that's a
Okay, let's
big-
say URL.
Urban Plaza.
Yes, he could.
Yeah,
That means he can hang on any other stage.
yeah. If it's an Irving plot, if it's on Smack,
Yeah.
well, and he were able to, I think he has the ability to adapt. Not to say that he would, but shit on that. I think his verse on his Fat Joe shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Much slower.
Yeah.
You could hear it's audible.
The double entendres.
It's like,
Yeah.
and if you do that, then you have a shot. But if you come with all of this normal Eminem shit, no, I don't think that would fare well.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
Would
Good to know.
you feel about when you battle Hollow, all the criticism you got for the mic, for dropping the mic thing?
I didn't have a third.
You didn't have a third?
No, I didn't have no third. It wasn't memorized. Fuck you want me to do?
Shit happens.
Yo,
Joe, get the fuck out of here.
I never heard that.
Shit
Get
happens.
the fuck out of here, man. You didn't do that, bro.
Telling you I did.
I thought it was because of the crowd.
Well,
That's what it felt like.
Well, they gave me the out.
You know what I'm saying? Because I remember
You pulled
standing
the
right there
Pharaoh,
watching
my
y'all.
They gave me the out.
And I was like, nah. Joe said, "Word, you're not gonna be quiet? You're not gonna be quiet?"
I'm out.
I was like, oh, I know he ain't do that.
Yes, the fuck it did. Yes, I did. What the fuck y'all talking about?
Yeah, salute to you for admitting that.
And you had the mic. Everybody felt like it was weird. Like,
Well, I felt like I would have been looked at better had people known.
Oh, Joe, you
why did
Use a
you
swipe
want
of
the
that
regular lapel mic and with your hands free? Why'd you want the actual hand? Like, because you went like different.
It was a night of bad decisions.
Okay.
yeah.
Like, at the time, for me, a wordsmith, it would be more important for your words to be heard.
Right.
So I took what I thought was the better sounding mic, and it wasn't.
Nah.
It wasn't. So that one decision, that was like the coin toss at the game.
Yeah.
That one decision hindered your performance, which hindered how you felt, which hindered your breath control. That
How you
performance
move. Yeah.
was disgusting. Ugh.
You
But the
handicapped
things
yourself by doing that a little
But
bit.
the things that was being said, like if I would just read it, you'd be like, ooh,
Yeah, you was
he
rapping.
going on.
Nah, you saying some shit.
But yeah, that performance.
But once you
But
did
Hollow's performance as well. Like both of us look at that battle the same
Hollow
way.
looked upset. Like it wasn't really about you anymore. It was about the establishment. That's what
Yeah,
his
it
like
wasn't-
third, I believe, was
it
all
wasn't
about.
It. It wasn't it.
Yeah.
Like
Because people want to see him like destroy you. You're an industry guy. Destroy him. He's not supposed to be able to do this.
there
I was actually proud that Hollow kind of stood up and said something. Because
too.
none of us believed when this Total Slaughter thing was
me
going
too.
down.
It was real, but for the fans, that's not what they wanted.
No, as battle rappers,
Yeah.
with the exception of Mook and Lux and maybe T-Rex, the rest of us were like, is this shit really happening? Like, is it real? Is it? We don't know. We don't know. We didn't know until like a week before, and motherfuckers was like, okay, we're gonna send you a little bit of money and fly you into town. We were like, oh shit, this shit really going down.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's really happening.
conceptually, it was a really, really, really good idea. Unfortunately, the powers that be,
They didn't respect it enough?
I just like that I had my own room in the house. And I was the only one with my own room in the house. Everybody else was bunking. Everybody had a
Damn,
roommate.
that's tough.
Some people had to sleep around 3 people.
That's
I had my
crazy.
own room. It's beautiful.
That's like kind of in a sense like totally disrespect towards
It is
battle.
no, it wasn't disrespect. It was respect. It was,
Okay.
they knew who to respect.
Oh, for you.
Beautiful.
Per se.
It's wonderful. And I also, a lot of people didn't know. And it would have worked out better if a lot of us, like, we'd have got a phone call from maybe like a Joe Buttons or a Royce of 5'9" ahead of time, like, yo, this shit is real. Take it serious. 'Cause none of us did. With the exception of maybe like Daylight and Arsenal. The rest of us was like,
What you mean? You
This
thought
real?
y'all didn't do your part, or they didn't do their part?
no, we just didn't know if it was
Nah,
real.
was
We
a
got
bad look 'cause
contacted by
dudes was
somebody.
choking. It didn't. It was
No,
like,
no, we got
didn't see the best
contacted
of
by
y'all.
somebody that we
But
didn't
you
know
went
to be
an
associated with
environment- You gotta
Shady.
think about this, and I say this all the time. You went to an environment and reached out to battle rappers that write. You don't do that if you want freestyles. You go to the battle rappers that can freestyle their life away, which is why I think the BET Awards, they chose those rappers specifically. There's better battle
Chuck
rap.
ain't no
better
freestyler.
rap. There's battle rappers than that. But DNA is the most
DNA one person can
talented
freestyle.
with freestyling, and
Everybody
that's why
kn-
he was chosen, and that's why he won.
Is there anybody in this room that didn't know DNA was gonna win that?
Yeah, because we knew he was most tailor-made for
But
television.
exactly, he's most tailor-made for the
He's not gonna
on the
curse, he
spot.
knows how to-
He's not
yeah.
gonna curse.
He
he's gonna
is
say
B
those,
Rabbit. He is the black version of B Rabbit, basically.
whatever you want to call it, man.
DNA is
He
the
won
black
the
beat.
bread,
He got
and that's what he was
25,000.
put
Right.
there for, right?
oh,
whatever
let me
you
find
wanna
out the
call it.
battle rap community is hating on DNA winning the bread.
Yeah, I'm not. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Yeah,
we're not
he did
hating.
have a couple
Yeah,
of people that
everybody
wasn't
relax.
feeling.
No, hell
I'll
fucking
tell you
And
people
that's
that was
why
hating.
there's no battle rap millionaire.
Hell fucking no.
You think that's why?
You fucking right, that's why.
Yes, he did a
Damn, how
great
did that-
fucking job.
How,
like I
how
said,
is that? Because boxers, they do the same thing to each other.
No, it gotta be, because it gotta be each one teach one, and we gotta carry each other to the destination. Like, When I lost my job at Complex, it was Charlemagne and Puff right there getting me back right. Now, yes, I have the ability to get back right, but boy, it's good to have my brothers right there, one with a network, one who's getting busy out here to say, yo, shit gonna be all right with a baby coming. You need that. So, yeah, DNA needs the. Actually, let me stop because we already have an example of this. Conceited got his ass in the door over there.
Bro, Hitman.
And all he did
Sharon.
was start pulling niggas back with him right through the door. Hey, you two. You want something? I could try it for you. Nick might not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can only do what you can.
Right.
But we've seen it work now.
Real talk.
Now we watching you sit here. The other day I woke up and seen some other niggas doing some shit. Like, it takes us being inspired by our people and people we admire and people that maybe we had beef with. Like, you know what I mean? It's important shit. So yeah, nah. If we just gonna hate on each other, that's that crabs in the barrel shit that niggas talk about. And we could do that all day, but just know that it's designed for us to do that.
Right.
Yeah, that's real shit.
So why do that?
Yeah, nah,
But,
you wanna fight again.
I'm sorry.
We
Dan.
was actually very happy that DNA won the 25K, me personally.
No,
but like I
just
was
knew it.
saying,
Okay.
I think the Total Slaughter, they should have chose different rappers. Sorry, math. But they should have chose different rappers.
Damn.
They should have chose different rappers. Look, my brother was in the shit. They should have chose
come on,
different rappers.
move this bus off of me, son.
No,
Like, what are you
Who
talking about,
did
son?
you want them to choose?
I think if the issue was they were choking, nobody was prepared.
Because nobody believed it was real. Do you understand that? Like, that's what I'm trying
So
to
once I got in the house, you had to
relay
really
y'all.
write
Like,
real quick and try to remember.
somebody hit us
Exactly.
up and was like, yo, we're doing a show for Shady. Who are you? My name is blah, 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 blah. Okay, look you up. No association to Shady. All right, all right, cool. Whatever, bro. Like, whenever you ready, I'm here. Yo, Big T, yo, you heard about this shit? Yeah, I heard about it. Is it real? I don't know, bro.
Damn.
Yo, Verb, what you think? I think they bullshitting, bro. Like, this is the conversations. Like,
So
we
that was
didn't
the-
know
I
it was
know.
real.
I still want to hear what rappers.
That
you
was
think
the
should've been
last communication you
who
got.
Who you would have picked?
I mean, I thought Disaster was a good choice because he could freestyle very well, to my knowledge.
You're naming somebody who's on the show. I
He
wanna
was on
hear
the show.
who you thought
He was on the
should
show.
have been
Disaster.
there that wasn't there.
DNA was on it?
No.
Yeah, DNA should have been on there for sure.
Charlie Clips
Charlie
turned it down.
fucking Clips.
He turned it down.
Fucking Clips.
He turned it down.
Conceded, huh?
He turned it down. He didn't believe it
Did
neither.
he?
He didn't believe it neither.
He was like, that shit fake, son. I'm out.
Son, it's not like Mook and Lux was calling niggas like, yo, this shit real. There was no connection, bro. There was none.
I mean, well, then that's just horrible communication then. From them to you, then that's what it is. There's
And then
no
we
other
get there and they're
reason.
like, yo, there's all this liquor for you guys. K Slay's coming through with a bunch of bitches.
I remember
Who the
one
fuck
night
is
I was,
writing bros
no,
right
one,
now?
one night I was there.
Who's coming up with bars right now,
There's
bro?
a kitchen, right? In the
Who's
kitchen,
doing that?
Now I see
son,
why it
there's
went the
nothing
way it
in
went.
the fucking kitchen, bro.
Dead
Just
ass.
liquor, no water, nothing. I'm like, so y'all just drinking liquor?
Drinking liquor, that's what we
Nigga,
doing.
I'm like, cool, you alright, man? You sure we should be
Cool,
here?
like, nah, we good. T-Rex pulls up.
No,
Cool.
I'm cool. I'm like,
man.
oh shit. I was like, yo, in my head, I was like, I'm
He
gonna
had
just-
flips,
yo, if
everything.
Rex
Like,
called me out, I'm gonna
Jesus.
just snuff this nigga. No, I'm like,
that would have been great
Ruined the whole
TV.
show.
no, but it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
They
It
was
wasn't.
counting on you doing
was
that,
not good.
son. It was like, yes, give him his own room. He's gonna hit
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah, because Royce kept saying that.
We're
shit.
waiting on it.
I really felt like
We
everybody.
know Mav's gonna hit someone.
And I was the only one with my own room. I really felt like, yo, am I an animal? Like I'm the fucking animal in the house. Like
I'm glad you stopped hitting everybody they put in front of you.
For real.
you know what it took?
What it took.
My daughters.
I
My
mean,
daughters.
growing up, man. It's, just, it's
And
not the answer.
growing up.
Not the answer to everything.
It made me realize that I want better for myself. And I'm no longer willing to just say, fuck it. It's gotta be a plan. There's gotta be a benefit. There's gotta be something that will benefit my legacy. Something I can leave for them.
Absolutely.
You dig what I'm saying? That's why I understand what Joe was talking about when he said, I had a son, like, got a kid on the way. It's a different type of mentality that you gain. It's like, oh shit, it's not about me.
Yeah,
I'm responsible for this
Yeah.
for this little human being.
It's
And
what you leave behind too, right? Because now your kids are old enough to YouTube stuff.
yeah.
All you want them to see is you knocking a dude out. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, I went through that. My son was about 6 years old. I used to go to his school, be part of the parent-teacher meetings. I knew the whole staff. One day, I was late to pick him up. I had to go to the office. When I got to the office, he was pulling up Me versus Dose on YouTube. From that one day, it just ruined my whole image as a good dad in that school. Like, from then on, they were like, Mr. Edwards? Like, really? They saw that shit and it was like, what?
Type
This
of
guy?
example you're setting?
Yeah, so that stuff had to stop. It had to stop.
Yes.
One last thing I wanted to ask you, just about like hip hop. What's your thoughts on Griselda and them kind of like bringing that energy back
Love them.
and the fact that they're successful?
Love them. Love everything they're doing. Love everything they stand for.
Did you ever think that style could have that resurgence or that much? I see LeBron bumping it, all types of people really showing their love. Like, yeah, this is.
I believe any sound can have that success. I believe there's a sound that they're gonna make up some sound soon, and we all gonna be stuck like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming. Like, shit can work.
Yeah,
Right.
Not because it felt like that was just dying. Like that was just like people. If it did work, it worked strictly underground or something like that.
We hip hop is too young for us to ever say what died and what didn't. Like,
Okay.
all these things ever do is come back, leave, come back, leave, come back. It's all a cycle until we leave. But yeah, rap is always gonna be here. So no, that's not shocking to me. It's more shocking to me that they're from Buffalo and niggas like it. Like, not the sound.
Right. The sound is actually, it's old.
Yeah, that's a 90s sound.
Nah,
Yeah.
I know. That's why I'm like, yo, that's crazy how they able to mount that much success and actually
Why?
get that big
All
of a
the
fo-
R&B music is
happened already.
taking the hit song from the 90s and flipping it. That's an R&B. Fashion, they taking shit from the 90s, it's in now. Why
Yeah.
would I think that hard hip hop or boom bap hip hop is exempt from that?
So does that leave the door open for another Joe Budden project?
Yeah.
No.
He just said it's offensive when they say rap.
You're just
Stop telling
done.
the rap.
You're just done, Joe.
Yeah, I'm trying to be. If y'all kings stop asking.
I'm just. Yo, but
We
I
don't
feel
want
like,
it, that's it.
No. I feel like there's a level that you're at right now. We have so much more information to give.
I talk
He's
twice
doing
a
it,
week.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, Jay-Z made 444. I believe there could be a Joe Budden 444.
I believe that all Joe Budden albums was 444. That's him late to that party.
But not the Joe Budden that we sitting in front of right now.
No, not at all. And if we get that version, then that'll be awesome. Today, I don't see it.
I just want a verse on the album. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's where he was getting to. Get on my nerves. Yeah.
Definitely, man.
Listen,
Episode
Joe.
26, Harlem Cuts.
Salute. Because you
Thank
really,
y'all, man.
just the fact that you came on the
Facts.
show. And I'm not downplaying the team. Like, you know, we have a lot of fun up here. We have been enjoying a lot.
I like y'all show.
Yes, thank you.
I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I do salute you for being that guy that you said you was looking for, as far as showing guidance and kind of helping people steer their path into the right spot.
Yes, sir.
Are we shutting it down?
Harlem
Is it
Cuts,
time to shut it
2310.
down? All right, I just got like 3 more questions.
Well, I'm leaving in 2
So-
seconds.
In your hip hop career, how many women? How many?
Wow.
How many? How many? Is that like a crazy question or like? Is it because people they like to know that? Like, there's somebody that's like, I want to rap because I can get girls. Like,
I've slept with less women than you have.
How do you know that?
How do you know that?
I'm telling you
Stupid.
something.
I mean, you've been a couple places I've been at, Joe. I'm just saying.
I've never been a quantity guy.
Never been a quantity guy? Me either.
That's good. That's refreshing.
My number's pretty low.
It's flattering that you think of me like that, but I'm really not.
No, that's refreshing though. And I'm pretty sure your wife would think it's refreshing as well.
Well, I'm single. I don't have a
You
wife.
single? You didn't know
There's nobody for me to lie. I'm not.
No,
lying.
I'm not saying you lied. I'm saying whoever the fuck is trying to fuck with you right now.
No, you'd be surprised actually, but
Do you send out those late night texts to your baby moms? Does that happen?
they say what?
You know what I'm talking about.
You still trying to, you don't want to rekindle that?
No,
You don't want to rekindle it at all?
I don't do that, and that wouldn't be for me to share here. But I don't.
That's
send
real
those
talk.
texts.
That's real talk.
Cool
Understandable.
beans.
We just getting into our good co-parenting groove, and part of that is learning how and what to share publicly. So, yeah, no, we all right.
Okay. Because I saw her at the show, and I was
Yeah,
like,
she was at the show. Yeah,
I was like,
I invited her.
they're really cool. Like, they really, really cool. Like, she just came out on stage and
Our
surprised me. It was
relationship
really cool.
started because we were cool. Our kid came because we were cool. Anything that was successful between her and I stemmed from us being cool. We fucked that up by not being cool.
Right.
Right.
So, yeah, you want to try and get back cool.
Okay. That's dope.
Slaughterhouse, where's your relationship with them right
See,
now?
that's good for y'all. Y'all sat here and talked for 3 hours. Now y'all trying to squeeze in the good questions. That's good for y'all. Y'all
Yeah,
gonna miss,
we
y'all gonna
don't-
miss some
Where
shit.
is
We don't play in none of this shit, Joe.
Because
I
Matt
know,
wanted
but
to
that's
talk
good
about
for you.
battle rap
We don't
all day.
play none of
And I'm
this
like,
shit.
oh my
Who gives a
God.
fuck?
Where-
We don't plan it. We
No,
don't plan it.
Where
We
do
just.
you, where do you
I like good
stand with
conversation.
Slaughterhouse?
Those are my brothers and I love them.
Okay, you love them. So individually, what I would say, right? Where do you stand with each of them individually?
Individually, they're my brothers.
So
and I love
you speak to them on the regular?
them. No, I don't speak to your brothers all the time. You kidding me?
Yeah.
I got a
Depends
brother.
on the brother.
I was supposed to call my
younger
brother today.
brother
I didn't
Steven,
call
I
him.
got a call. I ain't spoke to him in a little bit. Steven, I love you if you're listening. But
My brother's name is Steven too.
yeah, I don't know. Royce just did the podcast, so I spoke to him. I haven't spoken to Joel, but he just liked a picture a few days ago, and I liked one back, so I know me and him are fly.
Yeah,
you know.
it's 2020, right?
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, but we all right. And the same with Crook, man. Those are my guys forever. Like, we just not making music because Joe is not making music. And I won't even throw that out the window. Like, in Joe's mind, like, there's a world where things can coexist, but not in that situation. And same thing I said about me and Clips. Like, the worker, I'm not a worker anymore.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I'm not going to work for something that didn't exist before I got here. And that's how I feel about wordsmiths. Like, if we can put this together, y'all can't monetize it until we do.
Right.
And that's how I act. So, nah, I'm not putting nothing out with Slaughterhouse unless Slaughterhouse is away from Shady and we own our own shit.
What about M? How's that?
That has nothing to do with me. Don't ask me about him. That has zero to do with what I just said.
Right.
He is not a factor in what I am saying. What I am saying is solely related to my brothers. Now,
Getting their own.
how it gets wherever it got to go it's not on me. It's lawyers and things for that to happen, but that's not a me thing.
Got you. Oh, and I had to ask you, because you mentioned it earlier about Puff giving you game and stuff like that. And I know like the world, or at least people that I know, and myself as well, have these thoughts about Puffy. I don't know him personally, I would love to. But there's these things that's like, I just want to know if it's true. Do people, how could I say this?
Well,
Don't do it, Finn.
What is your opinion of
Don't
Puff?
do it.
before you get to whatever you're trying to get to,
What's
I
your opinion of him?
love him.
Love them.
Love them.
Love them.
Okay. And obviously we love people for specific reasons, right? Like I love math differently than I love knowledge. I love my mom differently than I love my girlfriend. Why do you love him?
I love hip hop. That's why.
Because he's a major, he's a
you
major, you can't mention hip hop, you can't
tell
mention
me that
Puff.
you love hip hop.
He was a teenager
And
trying
tell
to
me
make
facts.
big moves in this thing.
And he did.
Puff,
And he did.
Puff is exemplary of so much different shit. Of thriving in every role that you have to thrive in to land where he is. He was a runner. He was an A&R. Then he was an exec. He's done fashion. He did television. Then he rapped. He had the biggest rapper, lost the biggest rapper. He did R&B. He did fragrances.
Yeah, liquor.
Like, and he's still going. For us to watch and implement some of that shit on our journey. Like,
Right.
Puff 50th birthday party is full of old dope boys, gangsters, and get money niggas.
Right.
But as an artist
'Cause
who once dealt
that's
with a
where
struggle,
they
right?
come from.
As an artist that once dealt with those kind of struggles and kind of record deal bullshit, how do you feel about all the artists he left behind in the process of doing so?
Oh, I don't hold him to some unfair standard. To do that to him would be to do that to Hov, would be to do it to Steve Stout, would be to do it to L.A. Reid, fucking Kaiser, every exec, Dame Dash, every black man who has ever been an exec, I would have to hold them to that. And I can't, because at some point, the music industry standard was to just fucking artists. So that was how people were taught for a long time. It's not until recently that we're all unlearning and we're all given some different information. So how I feel is how I feel. I'm always on the side of the artist. That's
Number one.
That's always the case.
Right.
That don't mean that I'm gonna judge and chastise Puff for how he learned to be all about the artist. Because you have to learn that sometimes.
Right.
And when you look at him today, that is the message that he spreads. He spreads love, ownership. You get it. I already got it. Here, let me put you in position. Let me link y'all two together. Like, that's what he does. You have to respect it to me.
I'm happy to hear that.
Good for you, Fit. Good for you, Fit. We don't got no problems, okay? We don't got no
You think
problems.
I have some
chill
imaginary
out,
beef.
Chill out,
Like,
okay?
I don't
all
even
right.
know.
She said something on the show one
Shut
time.
up.
Anyway, my final question to you. How do rappers in the industry view battle rappers?
That's a good one.
I think they love y'all.
But are we merely just entertainment, or they see us as valuable players in the game?
Like, are we here to be clowns?
Right,
Like,
are we here
am
to just
am I
like
clown
amuse you? Are
to
we Bobo the
amuse you?
fucking clown?
Is that what it is?
We want to know, is we Bobo? I don't want to be Bobo,
Is
B.
that like we just...
Well, I'll speak for myself only. I have a theory about you battle rappers. Y'all
What's that?
Y'all are the most sensitive rappers in the fucking universe.
I heard you say this.
sensitive?
Stop.
Damn.
Okay, go ahead.
Y'all are much more sensitive than just the rappers. Now, I don't judge y'all for that.
Right.
Y'all have more slights and stigmas that y'all fight against. So y'all walk around with that sensitivity.
With the chip.
And I hear that in this question. When y'all say, yeah, but are we clown? Where would you pull this from if it's not already ingrained?
I'm gonna tell you exactly where it comes from. For battle rappers, a lot of us feel like we are much more famous than we are successful. But this is from the kind of the vision of someone who hasn't been in the industry. Because to hear you describe your rap career is, in a way, you kind of felt like, yo, I'm dope, but I'm not seeing what I feel like I need to see. And that kind of made you create that, and the birth of your son kind of made you transition into something else because you felt like this is not it.
Yeah, but I said this is not it after I tried to slice the pie a million different ways.
Right.
Like, I got all of it. I was in there just getting information, and I was trying all of this stuff. So I kept bumping my head. But I bumped my head enough to where it was like, okay.
Not bumping my head no more.
I'm clear. Right. This is a maze. It's designed to be, it's set up to be a maze.
Right.
We're not supposed to get out. Like, we're supposed to just bump our heads, make music, not ask questions, drink, smoke, kill ourselves, fucking be suicidal, and not even know where any of this money is going, or not know how equity works, or not even know who's sitting at the top, or not know what perpetuity means. It's like, no. And the second that you act as if no, weird things happen. Let's just say that. I don't know how you believe Michael Jackson to have died. I don't know how you believe Prince to have died. I don't know how you believe some of our entertainers to have died. But when you move like you know the value, weird shit happens.
Weird shit happens.
And I'm gonna leave that at that.
So would you fake your death one day?
Man, if I'm leaving.
Shit, what?
All right, man.
No.
I just had
Would
to
you
ask. I
fake
just
your
had to
death?
ask.
I would not
You
fake
know,
my death.
It's one of those things, man.
Ever.
Look, man. Episode 26.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
26. That's a special number.
Congratulations
We're young.
to y'all.
That's a special
for
number. I
making
think-
making it to 26 episodes.
Moses was the 26th generation before he met God.
What?
You dig what I'm saying?
Is that a
You
fact?
understand? I think it's 26, 27, something like that.
I'm out of here
Yo,
with that. On that note, he going into Bible verses. I
outta here.
can't with him. Yeah, what's going on?
Yo.
Bible
Love,
verses.
brother.
Oh my God.
I kick the fucking door off, take the hinges with the door panel and the wall off. Body's getting hauled off, lips getting torn off, leg him with the sword off. He looking like a walking dead zombie trying to crawl off.